farts.
What?
The smell of meat. That's my ghost stink.
Oh. You get to like, is that? Do you get to pick that? Like, is that you like when you like become a ghost? Do you get to choose your own ghost stink?
Farts.
Oh, okay. So it just kind of happened that way.
That's like Beetlejuice. However you died, that's just kind of the form.
I mean, if you could choose your ghost stink, what would you want it to be?
Farts.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
I'd go with a nice, like, kind of, sort of like zesty, like maybe like blood orange.
Zesty blood orange.
Yeah.
I might go with a 8 hours.
Oh, that's too long.
If your air pressure lasts 48 hours. Check out, it's 12 hours.
Are you guys 200ccing it back there?
No, we're going 50cc for Vinny. We're going to do 250.
Okay.
Come on, Vinny. You can do at least 100. I believe in you.
This is the last exit before the tolls.
Yes. I have Easy Pass now, so that doesn't matter.
I feel like you had it last year.
I didn't.
Oh. Okay.
It's that they changed a bunch of the tolls to be no-person tolls. Like, it's just the license plate.
And that's the Golden Gate Bridge now.
Yep.
It's just no humans. And tourists are very confused because they drive through and they're like, that's a toll booth. We need to stop and pay the toll.
Yep.
And they're like, wait, what? Ha. But our rental car.
Help.
Oh boy, Claire.
All right, I'm going to try these Diet Cokes.
All right.
I'm very excited. I'm excited and dismayed.
It's Claire.
About the flavored Diet Cokes.
I'm excited to finally try them. I'm dismayed that I had to come to New York to find the flavored Diet Cokes.
We have only the finest Diet Cokes here in the big city.
Well, I think there are more flavors. They only had 3 of the flavors, so I think there might be.
No, that's
I think
that's all. We have all of them.
Oh,
in New York. We have all of them.
Oh, these are all okay.
Yeah.
These are all okay. All right. Twisted mango. I like that these are small cans because that's more ideal for tasting.
Yeah, they kind of look like Red Bull cans.
Where am I?
It's 12 ounces of mango. It smells like a fruit-ish.
Oh, I can catch that from here.
Yeah. Well,
That's not even like near me, but I can smell it.
Waft it in your direction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty twisted, all right.
Yeah. All right, here I go. Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Tell me, how do you feel?
Twisted.
Yeah.
I like the band.
It's just one guy though, isn't it? It's like
I think it's 2.
Okay. I want to say that I saw that Twisted was playing a show somewhere in the New York area not that long ago.
Why?
I don't know. Just fucking Twisted is a musical act that performs live places.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little rough at points.
This tastes the fruit flavor is stronger than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a Diet Coke with a light fruit flavor, which is how the Coke Freestyle machines dispense their flavored drinks. But this is it's more flavor forward.
It's not great.
And I like mango. You guys like mango back there?
Who doesn't like a good
He
mango?
doesn't like mango.
I don't know, cops.
Mango juice is thick and delicious.
Okay.
It's true. If you ever need to stop a cop, just throw a mango at them.
That's right. They can't.
They melt.
Like curses.
It is good. Fuck out of that. Sometimes bad stuff.
Jennifer in the chat says, "I love the sound of those bumps on the interstate."
There's something soothing about them.
Yeah.
No. Being in a car makes me so sleepy. I love it.
That's why I love that scene in Sneakers
It's like
so much.
Sneakers, yeah.
What's
DJ
the sound
Spy
like?
Guy says, "I like mango lassies."
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, nice mango lassie.
What's a lassie?
It's like an Indian beverage,
Like a yogurt type
yeah,
drink.
a yogurty.
delicious.
It's thick and delicious.
I can come back to this.
question. Vinny, has your opinion on Mario Kart changed?
Don't open that door.
No.
No. Okay.
It's a good game. I think Sonic is still a more fair kart racer.
Okay, but who's good at Mario Kart?
No one. That's the thing. Is it's much like Mario Party. One does not get good at it.
Yeah. One merely learns to contend with it.
Yeah, you learn the basics, and then the rest just either falls into place or it does not.
Yep. Mario Kart is a game about fate.
Yeah.
It's predestiny.
I'm not getting first every time I'm
We did get first in this.
okay.
Maybe you're the one. Maybe you're fated to be.
Yeah.
I'm the going to live.
You take the Sonic Racing Transformed, you go back to Wonderland. You wake up in your old life. You remember nothing. But you take the Mario Kart, you see what's down the rabbit hole.
How long do you think? Because I think they're already talking about it, but like, how long do you think it will actually take for them to reboot the Matrix?
We can redo it.
They've talked about it.
How do you feel about Keanu Reeves?
You make him Morpheus.
No, that's not going to work.
But also Keanu Reeves-
Well, I don't think the whole thing will work.
Yeah,
but,
no, I don't think any of that is a
Which
good
is
idea.
exactly why I think they would make him Morpheus. Or it would be a reboot that is also a retelling that is also taking place after, and then he has ascended to become the Morpheus.
Right.
I think that would be how I would justify it if I had to.
He's not in the middle.
I think it's just a shot-for-shot remake, but Channing Tatum is the star.
Okay. Same phones, the same everything.
Yes, nothing else is different.
Danny DeVito is that idea. Yay.
And Agent Smith is played by, let's say Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I mean that's Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Make it fast.
Did you hear it when not this cop, but the cop when we were at the gas station?
Yeah.
That deep noise. What
Yes.
the fuck is with the cops out here?
That's what they do.
Why? When? When did that happen?
It's like the way they honk at you.
It's like there's the siren noise, which sounds like a cop car, but then there's like a deeper, lower roar, like it shakes the streets a little bit, and you're like, oh shit, the fucking cyber cops are coming.
Yeah.
What is that?
Gotta get through your headphones.
They gotta solve them deep crimes.
Are those the deep state police I've heard so much about?
Distinctly possible.
Oh no. When I heard that at the airport, I thought it was like a mistake and my ears were broken. And then I heard it, then hearing it again here,
Did you ever try this one?
I don't know what to make of it.
It's a hell of a sound. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I've just gotten very used to it.
Yeah. It's like terrifying and it travels a lot further
Yes.
than like a cop siren does normally.
And when you live on a main drag, as I do, you hear it a lot.
Okay. Was it always like that here?
It's one harder than I can remember.
Man. It definitely seems futuristic. Definitely seems like if you were remaking a movie like The Matrix, you would have cop cars that made that fucking noise.
Yep. Those cops would just start morphing into agents.
Exactly, yes. Lo-fi trance cops to study too.
Cop ASMR.
Yeah.
Alright, well, barring any traffic, looks like we got about a 3-hour drive ahead of us.
Okay.
Plus we will have a diner stop at some point.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm very hungry. I mean, and drink is nothing.
Alright, I'll try to stop in the next hour or so. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Will this drive take us past through Stamford?
If we stay on this and it doesn't split us off somewhere, yes.
Because now would be the time to commit the perfect crime.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're all in New Orleans. So
Joey Mercury guarding the building
Right, yeah.
by himself.
And he's easily overpowered.
Yeah.
And then we can spray paint the DX logo on the building.
Yes. Oh, we are.
Do you let everyone know I'm kicking Vinny's ass in 200cc Mario Kart?
Yeah, okay. Hey, chat, Abby is kicking Benny's ass at 200cc Mario
Oh
Kart.
yeah, you heard it here first, guys.
Vinny, I don't think you should have gone up to 200cc right out of the gate, right out of 50.
No, it's the warm-up.
There's a 100 or something in the middle there.
There's a 150 too.
Oh, all right, 200's the new one, right?
It's okay.
Yeah, you doing okay?
On my way back.
Are you finishing second?
Everybody likes an underdog story.
Yeah. You have to establish yourself as the underdog before you
Yeah.
transition into full overdog.
Not much dog. What's over with you?
Roman Reigns, brother. Spooky Tape says it's no Sonic Racing Transformed.
Well, can you ban them?
Yeah, seriously.
I can,
But you won't.
but I won't. I tend to not ban people from this if they're correct.
Wow. Wow.
I just. It's how the good Lord intended.
Ain't no God in Mario Kart,
Nope.
man.
No, that's for sure.
It's a pagan ritual. Styx,
Druids.
Wicca. So this is a full-on iPod Classic
Yes.
iPod.
Yes, it is an iPod Fat from back in the day. With a little turn wheel and everything.
Yeah.
It is the only thing that works in my car. The CD player does not work. We could listen to the radio, but who God in God's name wants to do
No,
that
that's
nowadays?
yeah, no. I listen to satellite radio.
So yeah, it went missing for like 4 years or something, and then I found it, and I was like, hey, this still works.
But you have not updated the music on
No.
it. Yeah.
Because I had a massive hard drive failure, and
Oh,
I lost
yeah.
a lot of old MP3s.
Okay, so you've transitioned into the stream world.
Yes, I did.
I guess you could take all those MP3s off of this iPod.
I could, and I will at some point. I just haven't done that.
You should do that before the hard drive fails. These iPods are fucking terrible.
I
when
always
it
heard
comes
the
to that.
opposite. Like people had these things last forever.
I had one that just, you could audibly hear it clicking, like the drive just seized up and it's just done.
Well, maybe I will do that. Maybe.
I have two iPod Classics because I bought one, lost it, bought another one, and then years later found the other one. Like the batteries on both of them do not hold charges.
Yeah.
To the point where it's hard to even get them to boot up in the car. If I do hook, I've not hooked them up in a car.
The battery on this one is definitely not great.
Yeah.
But it does. The car does charge it while it's plugged in, so
Yeah.
I just can't use it to travel with.
Right. Yeah. I thought about digging out my iPod and bringing it on this trip. Weirdly enough, which would have been fun because we would have had two devices with old style connectors.
Yeah.
Because I was specifically like, well, my phone doesn't have a headphone jack on it.
Oh, no.
What am I gonna do?
Oh, right.
I might have the adapter if I really wanted to do that. And this iPad that I've got.
Also, let me know if you need to plug that in.
Okay, sure. This has a headphone jack on it, so I can hook it up to the internet and stream music that way.
That's true.
Too.
Yeah, devices with headphone jacks. They're good.
I mean, they're good because I still have headphones, but
Right.
my next pair of headphones will probably be Bluetooth enabled.
Mine are Bluetooth, and I do not miss having wired headphones.
Yeah, I bought a pair of the AirPods also, but I wouldn't want to use those in a plane
Yeah.
setting because I have my old noise canceling Beats. But then, yeah, I guess there is some part of me that's like, what if I took one of those iPod Classics and put a flash drive in it that was way bigger and flashed weird custom firmware on it, and then I looked at what it'd take to actually get a spudger or whatever to pry one apart.
I'm sorry, a what?
Spudger.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spudger.
Spudger.
That's homeowner talk. Yo, just got a spudger.
Oh, geez, that's not the track.
I had to use a cut-up credit card as a spudger to pry apart a hard drive enclosure. I was shucking drives for my server machine. And I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos about where to cram these quarters of these credit cards.
Drive shucker is a really good combination of words.
Yeah.
It just
My
sounds
grandfather
good.
was a drive shucker.
That's right.
I was a drive shucker.
Sat out on the porch, shucked more drives than you've had hot meals, boy.
Drive shucking country.
Let's hold our own packs here at this exit here at Gun Hill Road.
All right. I'm going to City Island.
City Island.
City Island
Is it an island city?
Actually, yes. It's
Okay.
it's like a neighborhood that's on like a little island and a bridge.
A
I think.
neighborhood or a full-fledged city?
It's not a full city.
Well, fuck that, man. That's
It's like Roosevelt Island. It's just a place people live.
okay.
All right, that's it.
That's the signs say. Roosevelt Island. It's just a place people live.
I mean, there's really not anything else there. They set a horror movie there once. That was kind of it.
It's got a gondola.
Yeah, but no one does.
Don't they have like shows? Isn't there like some place you could have put on like a big festival type thing there?
Is that Roosevelt or is that Governor's Island?
That's Governor's Island.
Both?
I was listening to.
They definitely do Governor's Island one. I don't know about Roosevelt.
Okay, I think I was thinking of Governor's Island. David Burns here in the chat. Vinny wants to know your WrestleMania predictions.
Oh, my predictions?
Yeah.
I think it would be crazy if Undertaker comes out for one last big match there, and then passes it along.
Yeah.
And I think the Goldberg Roman Reigns thing is going to be a real sight to see.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm really looking forward to the match between Shinsuke Nakamura
Go on.
and Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah. No, that's going to be big.
That's
really-
gonna be big.
Unprecedented.
You really didn't think we were going to quiz you on any of that stuff from Guide in the Ring, did you?
What are you talking about? I've been studying.
All right.
Did I get it?
Close. It's closer than it had any right to be.
Okay.
I believed it.
Can I just predict that all the wrestlers will have a really good time?
Okay.
only get to keep the insides.
I
Do
would
I?
say-
I don't get to know what's in there.
Do I get to know that it's full?
Yes, it is full. But, you know, you've gotten Amazon stuff. Sometimes there's a tiny little thing in a big box.
They're getting smarter about the packaging, though.
Now, you cannot weigh it.
Can I choose?
Oh, I
what's
cannot.
on
Okay,
here?
cannot weigh it.
Can you choose the
Yeah,
year?
can I like choose like close to Christmas?
No. This is
April.
This is a mid-April.
yeah.
Mid-April.
Mid-April.
Okay, so that's like people spending their tax return. They might be getting some good shit, but they might be getting some good shit.
Yeah, no way of knowing.
Or they might have just switched over to Amazon because they have no money left after paying their taxes, and they're like, well, Amazon is cheaper.
It is a full truck, but you cannot weigh it.
10 grand.
Ten
Your
grand?
initial
Yeah.
10 grand sounds like that's an amount of money that I A, could come up with, B, feel like I could recoup.
I mean, what do you hope? It's just electronics?
Yeah,
Okay.
electronics. Yeah, pretty much.
What if somebody just got a bunch
Phones.
of pillows?
Then I'd be then the Let's Make a Deal zonk noise would play, and I'd be like, man, fuck.
Well, guess
Wayne
what?
Brady, you got me again.
I'm bidding 10,001.
Fuck.
I would probably go as high as this happens.
Yeah, that would feel like and if it went bad, I feel like I could justify that to people I told the story to
Yeah.
later,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't go like, "What the fuck? How'd you 10 grand?" I'd be like, "Yeah, you know."
I mean, you probably want a bunch of little boxes, right? Stacked
Yes.
up?
Yeah.
It's also so much work to resell that shit.
Yeah. I guess actually the number of hours that would go into you selling all that shit and trying to recoup the money would. Yeah. I guess you would hope for like hard drives and like NAS parts.
Being like large box truck worth of shit from Amazon.
Well, that would be even worse because you wouldn't keep the box truck. You get a bunch of
I
boxes.
know, but that's like so much stuff. It's like you have to fill up multiple rooms.
I'd like open a little stand in Port Authority and just like start selling stuff.
Probably love that.
Listen, give them time.
Now you just eBay that shit. It's already in a box. You just slap a new address on it, and off it goes.
Mystery box. People love mystery box.
Oh, that's right. I guess you open it, you get some tape,
Well, you
open
get-
it up, reseal it.
But you can also do mystery box.
Good thing
Yeah.
is you get to sell the box and then sell people's addresses that are all on the box.
Right? Yeah. Like, hey,
Sell the box and their
we know there's an Amazon account. Maybe their email address is listed on the invoice inside.
That's right.
That's like most of the info you would need to start trying to get their password.
I don't know, man. I think you go on the dark web, you'll find that shit anyway.
Yeah.
It's all out there. Russians have it.
They should do like a adult Toys R Us.
Period. End of
Yeah,
sentence.
yeah.
Yes.
What were those things called? They're like timed run through the store.
Dildo. It's like,
Toy
yeah,
Run.
adult Toys R Us. Yeah.
Nickelodeon Toy Run.
Like the
like shop books.
Yeah.
shopping spree.
Yeah, they should do those in an Amazon warehouse where you get to just get a big cart and run through.
Like, would it be like a supermarket sweep situation? Like, you're just filling up on phones instead of turkeys?
But the only obstacles are the chronically underpaid and overworked, like Amazon warehouse employees who will like try and fight you.
Yeah, they fight you and you gotta dodge the robot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're too busy training the robots to take their jobs to fight you.
Like, do you want to spend your time and try to get to like the 15-story high item up there with the robot, or do you just go for the stuff that's on the ground floor?
I don't know. I think it depends on, I don't know how they sort their warehouse without knowing that.
I think you can only fill up one cart though, right? Was that the Toys R Us?
No, you could-
Go to the TV section and fill my cart with TV.
Well, so what you would do is you would fill your cart and you would bring it to the finish point, and then you could grab another
Oh,
cart.
really?
As long
Yeah.
as you had time, you could just keep grabbing carts.
Cool. That's smart.
When the Toys R Us stuff happened, when I was a kid, I always thought I'd just go get all the tickets for the video games and then just
Right,
rip
yeah.
them all off.
Just throw this, just a cart full of tickets.
Yeah.
They used to have the box or the front of the game and then tickets underneath, and then you grab a ticket, and then you go to like a little like weed shack in Toys R Us and be like, it was like a security shack.
Like you would pay with the ticket. They would have then you would hand the ticket and the receipt over to the person in the booth.
A guy in a security shack that like a locked door would go behind him.
Yeah.
Why?
So you couldn't steal games?
Why don't you sell that?
Because there's no Toys R Us.
Put it behind the plastic.
I mean, GameStop will still sometimes do that, where like they'll put the boxes out and then the disc is like under a counter somewhere.
Yeah, they never. Like, GameStops don't have just games on the shelves for you to pick up. But the used stuff maybe. But even then, I think those are empty cases. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when I bought stuff at Toys R Us, they still did the like behind glass.
Yeah.
To, like unlock the cabinet.
They have that at Target now.
I'd like this game. I had a friend went to Toys R Us because they were liquidating.
Yeah.
And said they bought some stuff and then got home and then checked the price on Amazon. It was still cheaper.
Wow.
The Toys R Us near Jason is like deep cut, like almost empty. So they went down to like 60-70%.
Oh, wow.
But the one that I went to one on Monday, and it seemed like they had just started the process. So it was like game consoles were 5% off. Almost everything else in the store was 10%
Well,
off.
they know that stuff will go.
Right.
I was like looking for Legos.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a huge Lego section, but it's like 10%. Like that's not.
Nothing.
Yeah. And like even their Skylanders and stuff were all still full price. Jason was telling stories about $2 Skylanders and all this other stuff, and I'm like, not that I would buy those, but I at least wanted to see it.
Ah, the tale of the $2
Yeah.
Skylander.
Tell me, Sam.
Tough as a $2 Skylander.
I'm generally shocked that anyone still has stock of that stuff anymore.
Yeah, it was weird. It was yes. That was maybe the weird part.
Are you shocked that they still have stock of it? Or-
Well, no, that's
Or
still
that
on
it's still on a
shelf
shelf.
somewhere. Yeah.
Like, hey, that's
That isn't just sitting in like Bobby Kotick's warehouse somewhere.
Like they're digging holes for that stuff in Nevada somewhere.
Yeah.
It's buried next to all those fucking Rock Band 4 instruments they didn't sell.
Wait, where is all that stuff? They'll melt it down, right?
No, I don't. I forget what they did. So, like, whenever they had unsold stuff when I was at Harmonix, there was a warehouse somewhere. Like, EA just had a warehouse where they kept that shit. I don't know what they were doing, like what they did with it afterward.
well, there was some story. Like I remember hearing like Drake and them actually had to go drive a truck. Like they were liquidating a warehouse, and so it was like, hey, community team, you guys go fill up this truck with all the stuff from this warehouse and drive it over here.
Yeah, I think that might have been Rock Band 1 stuff
Okay.
that was unsold.
Do they recycle it for the electronics? And is it even worth it at that point?
I don't know. Like, if there's still stuff that's like at the factories, they probably would do that. But it would make no sense to ship it back to the factories to recycle
I can't
it.
imagine being cost efficient. It's not like there's copper wire in there. They're
Yeah.
ripping out.
My guess is that they probably just sold a bunch of it on like clearance sites, and that was it.
Overstock or
Yeah.
whatever. Do what they can to move it.
But I know that
But I think that was that truck run was why they suddenly had like Rock Band jackets and stuff again for a while. So there's a bunch of weird shit in there too. That I think one packs. They just said, here, it's a Rock Band branded guitar case.
Oh, that was probably the Harmonix warehouse. Like, that was
Yeah.
probably the one where they were storing a bunch of their shit. Like, the ones that...
But I think the EA one also happened too.
Oh, it had-
the
that's
Rock
the-
Band 1 warehouse
Okay.
of like EA package stuff. I think that
Okay.
might have happened also.
Yeah, I don't know. There were a bunch of warehouses that had a bunch of shit no one bought.
I like to think that somewhere there's a warehouse full of Blitz mitts.
Oh, wow. God.
And that Pope is secretly on the hunt for the Blitzmitz warehouse. I still have my Blitzmitz.
Do you still use your Blitz bits?
I lent them to one Dr. Tracksuit who wore them as part of a wrestling event that he attended.
Yeah, don't let things to that guy. You'll never see
No,
him.
I never got him back.
I love every once in a while you'll see, like, I still have like an eBay search for Robotron cocktail cabinet.
Yeah.
And every once in a while somebody will have uncrated like 10 of them that would just like never made it out somewhere. They're like, hey, you know, we uncrated this, you know, $50,000 for this thing. You know, they are never in the tri-state area. They're always somewhere in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I love when they just uncover mint condition, old ass shit.
Yeah, just new old stock pinball
Yeah.
parts and all. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, how many warehouses must just be out there,
Yeah.
and people just kind of don't know what's in there?
Yeah, like end of Raiders of Lost Ark style.
gonna say this cherry Diet Coke is like feisty, but not necessarily.
At the level of feist you're looking for.
It's not feisty enough, and it's a little boring.
Okay. I mean, cherry is a safe flavor for cola, as we've gone over.
Yeah, but as I'm like getting down to the bottom of it, I'm like, man, I wish I could just get rid of this and open up the next one.
Do they have an orange one? I love
Yeah.
an orange.
Orange is the last one.
Zesty blood orange.
Hell yeah.
It's zesty. It's got blood in it. Question here from Mick Precious. How is Dr. Tracksuit getting to PAX? He owns a submarine that he uses in his import-export business that he usually takes to get into these port cities that PAX is often. I think that's why he doesn't go to PAX South, because I don't think San Antonio has enough water.
Yeah, landlocked. There's a river, but I don't know if you can get that thing down there.
Yeah. He doesn't make the towns, brother. Anyone still playing Deep Rock Galactic?
No, I never really started.
Yeah, I started on it and was like, this seems cool, and then it seemed like we never got enough people together to give it a run.
Yeah.
And Brad got into it briefly. I was like high on it for a couple hours there.
Yeah.
Maybe things are now.
I got
Yeah.
I did like a handful of missions, and I was just kind of like, yeah, all right, I know what this is, but I don't really.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, but curiously, he does not attend PAX Australia also. I think that's because, you know, there's no need for his services in Australia because it's a rogue nation where everything is legal.
Right. We're almost at Stanford.
Point at the sign. That's got to be a photo op they set up at the fan access thing by now, right? A WrestleMania sign you can point at.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
Take a picture of you pointing at this sign.
That'll be $35.
Great. Here's 60. Because I want the bonus package where I get to hold this replica title belt. It's not BYO title.
Yeah. BYOT.
Yeah. This one is billed in the small print as Diet Coke with blood orange flavor. I'm trying to think, like blood oranges or what? Is it like,
They're a little more tangy.
Yeah.
Like, a little more flavor to them.
yeah.
Standard orange. I like blood oranges.
I like blood oranges, but I don't need them.
Yeah. No one needs them.
I'm not like, oranges, fuck you,
Yeah.
bring me a blood orange.
Give me a Tangelo or give me death.
The Tangelos are good.
Yeah.
Alright, fun to tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff, I was looking to see if they have made things you can point at other things and tell you what the color is. You ever look at
Yeah, no, like the Photoshop fucking dropper tool
like,
for the real
with that
world.
Laser, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like, what color is this?
I think that's got to be an AR glasses kind of thing.
Well, how do you point that?
Like it would just be the center of your vision or something. Yeah.
I just wanted a device.
That seems like something that there would be an app for that.
So-
Literally like a phone, like hold it up, point it at a thing.
There are some, but because I was on resistors, electronic resistors, the way they tell you what value they are little colored bands on them.
Oh,
that great on it.
Oh.
Not super great.
Yeah.
And that got me looking into like, I would love just a thing I keep in my pocket. And
Yep.
I point and it says, that's blue, that's orange. Let's make one.
Okay. I've got one. It's a phone.
What?
We'll make an app for that. I do. I meant to bring them and didn't pack them. No, they're super dumb and getting the images off of them. Like if you're not posting them to Snapchat, you would need one. But yeah, so you would get the video, launch Snapchat, it imports the video from the glasses, and then you have to go like save video and then post that to Instagram. And so it's got kind of a process. Right. That's a great. Yeah.
And they still sell them?
Yeah. They made a ton of them and still have plenty to move through.
I want to win one in like a wrap.
Yeah. No, I bought mine out of a vending machine for whatever the price was, $150 or whatever it was. I forget. That was half the idea. It was just like, and then when I got there, I was with Austin. We were walking up the beach. It was a nice morning. We walked up the beach to the Snapchat vending machine, and they had a guy there that was like checking IDs before I could do it and stuff. So it was like it wasn't like a real vending machine. Yeah, because I'm sure they were like, oh, because immediately I was like, what's stopping me from stealing someone's credit card, buying Snapchat glasses, and then selling them while people still care about Snapchat glasses for that like week and a half there. And it was that guy going, let me see your ID before he would let me use the vending machine. Yeah, it did.
That is senseless.
And I don't think they're because they moved out of that building. That was like their like beachfront headquarters. And then since they are in the tank now, or since shit went bad for them, they I think are leaving that neighborhood. Yeah, that was definitely part of it. Like it was
Really?
it was Rihanna, and then before that it was one of the fucking Kardashians. One of the it was like there was a redesign that was bad, and then one of the Kardashians was like, when was the last time you opened Snapchat? It's been a while for me, and that was enough for it to just fucking.
That is a billboard.
Huh?
Wow.
Does your man pay for that?
It's big.
It's also like grammatically not very good.
It's a lot of words.
That's fitting. But yeah, like they are still all in on hardware at the same time. They're like, the Snapchat glasses, like we're still going to make more of those. It's like, well, wait.
Send me a pair. I'll be your Snapchat buzz marketer.
Is Google Glass still a thing?
No, there's still a team supposedly working on a similar device, maybe more for enterprise. Yeah, but I didn't have an Android phone, so you can't use it quite as well.
Oh, I want to try it. It seems very weird.
I have a set of them in a box somewhere that next time you're in town, I'll bring them in. They're
WWE.
Oh yeah, there it is. Dan had a pair that broke in a wrestling-related incident, I think.
How did you buy them?
No.
I'm just curious. I couldn't remember how people got them.
There were programs, I think, for like.
Oh, okay. For like, hey,
Ambassador
you're a
program.
tech person. Try the same thing in our beta.
That is a big old WWE building right there.
Yep. That's where wrestling lives. That's where he works out.
Yeah,
Probably, but yeah.
When he's not at the television shows and stuff, he's got his office there, and they have a gym there and all this other stuff.
But yeah, that's just where all the corporate shit happens.
But they're almost all certainly in New Orleans by now.
Are we in New York still?
We're in Connecticut.
Microsoft's AR thing is still in the works, right? I feel like
It's out. You can get it. You could buy a HoloLens right now.
Like third-party ones?
No, it's because they only issued it as like a developer edition, and like it's expensive, and it's intended for you to buy one because you're making apps for it.
Oh, okay.
It's not like hey, buy one of these. It's cool. You're just a guy or a lady that wants to wear a AR thing. It's not. There's them and there's Magic Leap.
Yes. Magic Leap just was in the news again, right? Did they hold another demo or something?
I think so. Yeah. I've heard so many different things about what they're up to and the veracity of their claims back and forth. Whereas some people are like, "I tried it; it's the best thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
And then some people that are like, they're most of the way there, but there's a crippling issue they have right now that they're not talking about that they have not solved yet. Or and I don't know what the actual truth of it is because everyone's on such a wide range. But I think like between that and the Microsoft HoloLens stuff, like with those teams working on the issues, I think they'll eventually get there, along with like whatever Oculus and I'm sure other companies are doing in that type of thing. Like the good AR shit seems like it'll probably be a couple of years out. All right, time to get zesty.
All right. Final taste test.
I mean, I'll taste other things
No, this is
someday.
it.
No?
This is it.
This is the one that finally...
This is the one that does get in.
Oh, man. No, they gotta go somehow.
Might as well be
Taste testing a zesty orange
Ooh, wow.
Diet Coke.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
I'm catching a whiff of that.
Smells like a candle.
Yeah. I hope it tastes like one, too. Nice wax. I feel like none of these scents have been like as strong as like if I cracked open a Red Bull in this car.
Right.
You would all be like, whoa, if I had done that.
I don't think have 0 calories.
Chemicals.
Well, like, you drink seltzer, that has 0 calories. It's just carbonated water.
Yeah.
But the flavoring has, like, no anything in it.
No energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they can still put caffeine in it, which
doesn't.
it's not energy, but is kind of energy. I guess, yeah. Oh,
Bad?
wow.
Like you got hit in the face.
This might not be so good.
Does it taste like a candle?
A little bit.
Nice.
What? Whew. Is anyone interested in trying Zesty Blood Orange Diet Coke?
Are these new?
Newish.
Well, I don't like Diet Coke, so I'm kind of battling that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to pass the Diet Coke flavor.
I think there's a chemical tinging the orange in a way that makes it gross.
Or it tastes like weird fake orange in a bad way.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I guess Twisted Mango is the clear winner. Yeah. I drank that one first, figuring that this one I would save the best for last as a fan of orange, but I guess...
Orange has betrayed you.
Yeah. Maybe it's the blood. Maybe this has just been regular orange. Maybe it would be... Ah! This is still bad.
Oh, you have to finish it. That's the rule.
Okay. Jordan Jones here says they don't have 0 calories. They are liars. They just use small enough amounts of chemicals that they don't have to put the calories on the label.
Okay, that would make way more
So
sense.
it's like a rounding error.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I found some new Rockstar 0 calorie flavors lately that's been very exciting. There's an orange and a grape.
Ooh, a grape.
Yeah. And it's not the recovery, because they had a grape recovery and an orange recovery, but recovery is not carbonated.
Right.
The pure 0 is carbonated. It's very exciting. A fruit punch recovery? What? We need to start going to more stores.
Yeah. Oh,
People are saying here because an uncarbonated fruit punch energy drink would kind of just be Hawaiian Punch at that point.
Yeah.
Because that's not carbonated.
Isn't it?
No.
It had, like,
there was a sparkling Hawaiian Punch, but the default Hawaiian Punch is not.
They still sell Hawaiian Punch in the cans. They get the punch.
I don't think so. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right.
What if it's like?
I'll let him know we're on speaker.
Okay.
He must know. Hello?
I can't believe the audacity of you folks to stream while I'm doing my weekly morning stream that I've been doing for 2 weeks. Are you kidding me?
Hang on. Hang
Who
on.
is this?
It's a prank call.
Hello? Are you serious?
Hey, this isn't a new phone, but I don't know who this is, and I don't want to know.
Start a stream here.
Huh?
Hello?
Hi? Hey, I don't want to buy anything.
Look, you might. Oh God, I'm dead. You might. This is a good time to kind of go on a rant here. I guess you know who this is. I got more faves on that reply.
Is this the Japanese peanut seller?
Yeah. How much are you interested in? Can I get you down for a barrel?
I want a truckload of Japanese peanuts. I want like an Amazon truck, but all Japanese peanuts. I've got $10,000 to spend.
Are you talking about like candy coating the outside of an Amazon truck?
Yeah, I want to take an Amazon truck and turn it into one big Japanese peanut with peanuts inside. Japanese peanuts. Japanese truck. Japanese peanuts.
Japanese money?
Japanese. I'll give you yen. I got 10,000 yens for this.
That's not very much money.
Wow, 10,000 yen. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
It's foreign money, so you know it's good. Just like the cars.
Yeah, or the cartoons.
Yeah.
Wow.
What can you do for me?
What?
What can you do for me on this peanut truck?
Look, I got a guy who's got a big vat of, he calls it candy. I don't know what that means. I just know a bunch of teens have died in it.
Great. I love dying.
Jeff's a teen.
I love killing teens. Shit, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Don't worry, this isn't going down to anyone.
Okay, good. All right. It's our secret about the teen killing
Going down
thing.
on my end or your end.
All right, I can barely hear you. All
right,
because you're in the
bye,
back
Ben.
seat, Ben.
All right, bye.
Oh.
It's just.
Wait, what did he actually want?
I think we wanted to pull a prank.
Okay.
Is he streaming right now?
I guess he's streaming, but so are we.
Everyone's streaming
Is this streaming to giantbomb.com?
No, this is
his personal.
We really are competing.
yeah.
Got the group?
Saugatuck.
It's weird. It's a fun word to say.
Once you get to New England, the names get a lot more fun.
Iceland is also fun. There's a place in Iceland that we would go to, and it was Haringrau. It could be like take the exit to Haringrau.
A ring row?
Haringrau.
A ring row. That is fun to say. What is this old-timey power? Oh, okay, I thought that was a bridge. But I guess it's just old-timey power lines. Maybe not even all that old-timey.
Just rusty.
Maybe just rusty. Rusty power lines.
That's what they call me.
I'm still thinking about the cop noise.
It haunts you now.
Yeah.
Did you become a cop to learn the secret of the cop noise?
No.
Okay.
that truck, it was like a Bible verse. It was like Isaiah something something, but then it said like incorporated, and it was like a phone number for a business. Like that guy named his business after a Bible verse.
It probably wasn't taken.
I guess not. Yeah. John 3:16 LLC.
Austin 316 says, I just incorporated myself in Delaware.
Looks like Lawbreakers is done.
They shut the servers down?
This is from Mary in the chat here. The fact is, Lawbreakers failed to find enough an audience to generate the funds necessary to keep it sustained in the manner we had originally planned for and anticipated. While a pivot to free-to-play may seem like the easiest change to make, a change of this magnitude takes publishing, planning, and resources to do it. The team here has worked hard on this game over the past 3.5 years, and our studio is determined to give this game the second life it deserves. However, between now and then, we cannot sit idle. Okay, so maybe it's... We will continue to support the game in its current state, but we also need to focus on other projects with fresh creative leaders. Does that mean Cliff is out?
Maybe.
We have been working on something new, and we can't wait to share more about it. It's a passion project that we're in complete control of. So maybe Lawbreakers will continue to run. They're just no longer going to work on it.
Right.
Which,
Well, it's a tough space.
yeah, I mean they've walked into a fucking minefield on that.
Bad scene.
Yeah.
Also, that game was not good enough to navigate that minefield. Like, it's not
No,
a bad
no.
game, but it's not...
Yeah,
what it
it's no
needs to
more active development on it. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't know that they needed to announce that.
be. I mean, the 90 people still playing it on Steam, I'm sure needed to know.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, Cliff started a new studio? No. What? So does that mean Nexon owns Boss Key or something weird like that?
Could be.
Where's my phone? Must have more devices. Yeah, I mean, Lawbreakers wasn't terrible. It was fine. It just wasn't. Yeah, it was hard to imagine why you would play it over a lot of other stuff that was out around that time. All right, no, it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. Well, I don't know.
I mean, he could have two studios. The law
Sure.
he can't. He's a lawbreaker anyway. Gotta spend that Unreal money on something.
So, I guess I don't know what to make of any of this, other than Lawbreakers will still be playable, but they are no longer doing any work on it. And the statement says they need to focus on other projects with fresh creative leaders, which Cliff was one of those.
Yes. Maybe it's just everyone else.
And he retweeted the Boss Key thing, and his only addition to it was just update.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can spend real money on Fortnite, right? To buy stuff.
Oh yeah,
It gets turned into what's it called?
V-Bucks.
I wonder how they're doing on that side, right? still good?
My understanding is that they're doing fucking fine.
Because I know the, you know, quote unquote sale of Fortnite is very good. The adoption rate is right is good. But I wonder what the free to play conversion is into people who put money in.
Well, they started doing battle passes like Dota in Fortnite. So it's like it's almost like a season pass for cosmetic content
Oh.
that you unlock by playing the game. So over the course of the third season of Fortnite Battle Royale, you will level up your battle pass by playing the game. And then when you hit those levels, you'll unlock cosmetics like suits and skins and whatever the fuck else.
How much is that? Like 15 bucks or something?
30
Oh wow.
or something. But I thought, like, I think one of the Boss Key founders already split out of there. Like,
Right.
one of the people who started the studio with Cliff, I think, might have already taken off a while ago. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I genuinely have no idea who anyone at that studio was besides Cliff, because Cliff was the only person I ever saw coming around doing mouthpiece stuff for it.
right, yeah.
Is I think what's the name of that studio? Monkey Bone? Is that Sweet's studio?
The developed Monkey Bone?
Ooh, bare naked ladies at Mohegan Sun, baby.
Where'd you go? It was John Romero's studio.
Oh, right.
Was it Monkey Bone?
No.
There was Slipgate Studios, and then, yeah, the one after that was called something else. It's not Monkey Bone, but it is a lot like that. Yeah.
There's the one that him and Brenda are working together on, right?
I think so.
It was pretty old, so maybe Slipgate was after it.
No, Slipgate I think was before it.
All right.
Let's look here. Scrolling through his list of games. Finally got up to the 2010s here. The last game he put out was just under Romero Games Limited. It was that Gunman taco truck game that I think his son designed.
Okay.
What, did he put anything out around 2007 or 6?
No, because I think that's the thing, is they started that studio and then I don't know that it actually
put anything out.
put anything out. And that was like post Slipgate, which was supposedly working. I forget what the Slipgate Industries was. I don't know if that company ever actually put a game out with its name on it either. John. Okay, so I'm typing out of the internet here. John Romero, Monkey Stone Games.
There it is.
2001. Apparently they did publish stuff. That was Tom Hall was part of that. Stevie Case was also part of that. Okay. They did Hyperspace Delivery Boy, and then they did a lot of games for pre-iPhone phones.
Okay.
Like Congo Cube. And then they ported Red Faction to the N-Gage.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's tragic.
And it closed in 05.
Zynga still around?
Yep. They're still in the old Sega building.
Yeah. Are they doing well?
I don't know.
I want to say they evened out. but
Yeah, I don't think they're
where.
doing as well as they used to.
Like they had that kind of big crash for a while there, where they were like closing a bunch of their like satellite studios, and then Don Matrick like up out of there after less than a year.
Yeah. Mark Turmel is still at Zynga. That is dark.
Yeah.
IREM developed Moon Patrol.
IREM?
IREM.
IREM. Didn't they make baseball games?
Yeah, they did some baseball games. They did the IREM Skins game, the golf game for the SNES.
Okay.
They did. People that split off of IREM developed the Metal Slug games.
Oh.
IREM did Into the Hunt, which was a submarine game that kind of looks a little bit like Metal Slug. And you realize, like, oh, great, that's why. That's why all that happened. And then I think Midway or Williams, whatever they're called then, I think put the arcade machine out.
Moon Patrol?
Yeah. So there's a game for the Commodore called Battle Through Time
Yes.
that is a Moon Patrol game, like in terms of how it plays, but it also has the time, like every level is a different time, like Time Pilot.
Oh, like time era?
Yeah. So you go from like one war to the next, driving this Jeep that shoots up into the sky and out in front of you, jumping over rocks and holes.
Okay, hey, it's a good concept.
Yeah.
It's strong.
Time traveling sky jeep. I like this.
Yeah, and every war has a different bit of music, so you get like Flight of the Valkyrie, Ride of the Valkyries.
Sure.
A little bit of that.
The Valkyrie thing.
Yeah, and then the Daniel Bryan music. And then when you get to the Korean War, it just plays the music from MASH.
like Suicide is Painless?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because
Yeah.
fuck getting the rights to anything, it's the 80s, and what are video games?
Yep.
Oh, and when you get to the one future level where you're fighting UFOs, it plays like Star Wars music.
Okay. That was in the arcade?
No, it was a Commodore game.
Wild West.
Yeah. Yeah, like, European developed Commodore game or something. There are no laws. Moon Patrol is widely credited for the introduction of parallax scrolling in side-scrolling video games.
Classic.
Moon Patrol is a classic.
Yeah,
Made it at Congo Bongo.
I love it.
Yeah?
I love Congo Bongo. Okay, let me rephrase that. I love the first level of Congo
I think
Bongo.
that's the only level I have played.
The second one is like a more open stage with holes in it. You can hide in the holes, and rhinos charge you, and it sucks.
Okay. I was never very good at Congo Bongo. An Atari 7800 that had... 7800? That's what the weird joystick?
Yep. Well, there's the 5200, then the weird joystick.
This is like the rectangular one with the stubby joystick?
They were both pretty similar. Did it have a keypad on it?
Maybe... No, I don't think so.
Okay, if it didn't, then it was a 7800.
It was a 7800. It had Congo Bongo and...
Yeah. They all did. All those Ataris had those games, because that's all they had.
Hell of a concept.
their weird.
Is it out?
Yeah, Quake Champions is on Steam.
Okay.
You're not wrong for not knowing the answer to that
Yeah.
question, because
I don't remember there being like a big like, hey, Quake's out now, anything at all.
at E3 it was already technically kind of out. I don't think it was on Steam, but like
I thought it was a beta.
it is still some kind of beta, because it always is. But you can spend money on it on Steam
Right.
now. For a while, it was like you had to get the Bethesda launcher, which they were trying to make the thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Didn't put out any big DLC Doom packs, right?
It was all multiplayer shit.
They just put out that like 4K patch for the PS4 and Xbox One, I think.
Oh, the like pro support or whatever. Yeah. It looks like it did do Doom VFR.
Okay.
But that thing never seemed like a full enough project to like maybe prevent them from.
Continuing to that.
Yeah. Yeah, Quake Champions was a bummer. I really wanted to like that. They just added a mode that is like classic mode. Turn off the stuff that we put in here. Like, okay.
Just play that Quake you like. And none of the Quake you don't like.
Quake Live is better. I don't know. I think my main problem with Quake Champions is that every time I tried to play it, I couldn't get into a match. Like most of the time. Like
that seems like the number one problem you would have in a game like Quake.
Yeah, no. I would queue up and then sit there for 5 minutes, and then it would never match, and that'd be that.
You think it was a technical problem or people weren't playing just?
I think it was a mix of both. Like they had technical problems at the start, and then maybe that pushed people away from it, and then created the actual problem.
Right.
This year for E3 in terms of announcements, I feel like we're in the announcement year again. Like, not
Right, for
release.
games, yeah.
So it's curious what they'll start putting up. It'll be a year or two out from the release of them, but studios will probably start announcing their bigger projects again.
Yeah, and I think we'll probably get some announcements that will actually still hit this year too, because I think you have a lot of studios that you would have said that about last year that didn't announce.
That waited.
Yeah. Like Rocksteady, like the Warner stuff. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Warner was like, "Here's the next Rocksteady game. It's out this
think, like,
November."
November?
I could see it. Like I'm not
They've been
saying
working on it for a
guaranteed,
while,
but like
so-
if assuming they didn't have some catastrophic thing where they were like, "Hey, we worked on a game and canned it and worked on something else," or if they've been working on something since they wrapped that Batman VR thing, then you got to figure that thing's got to at least be close enough to announce.
Did Bethesda announce anything huge last year at their press conference?
Wolfenstein was there, but that's out, obviously. No, I think they focused on all stuff that was going to be due out that holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I think they did.
Yeah.
What if they do that again?
That's worked for them so far.
Like they're in it, yeah. I think they're especially in kind of a weird spot but also,
presumably the next Elder Scrolls thing is on the horizon at some point,
well,
right?
no, because there's an Elder Scrolls Online expansion that has been announced but isn't out yet.
Well, I meant, like, at some point they would do, like, an actual, like,
Yes,
non-online
at some point, but not while they're still doing new development for that and wanting people to do that.
Skyrim.
Yeah, my understanding was that they were going to work on something new at some point here, post Fallout, but I don't know.
It seems like a place that probably has food.
I feel like you have said that exact thing at this exit before.
Yeah, and I think we have eaten at this exit before. I think it is. I remember that Sam Ash, so...
Then you go play on the electronic drum kits. Every season. It would be a sandwich.
Yeah, it's literally the only thing Sam Ash has. It's like Guitar Center.
Cutters Baseball. Let's go to Yale.
Okay.
That sign just says Yale. I don't know.
I don't think I can afford that.
Hi, we're looking for the Skull and Bones.
Oh, right this way. Finally, someone comes and asks. There's only like 2 people left because everyone thinks like, oh, it's a secret thing, but no, we just...
Get in this coffin.
Holler if you see a shitty diner somewhere along here.
This fucked up building that says coming soon out front with no indication of what's coming soon.
Oh, there it is. I see it. It's right there. It's the same diner. We found it.
All right, great job.
When I say shitty, I mean it's fine. Like, it's the right kind of shitty.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting a Diet Coke that doesn't taste like ass.
Maybe get something besides a Diet Coke.
What?
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Y'all got blood oranges? But yeah, I think the whole point of, like, and you know, at some point this will no longer be the case, but when Elder Scrolls Online came along, I think there was an understanding there of like,
It's going to be a while.
this is going to be a long time before we, because if we just made a follow-up to Skyrim, it would undercut this bigger.
That game's been out for like 3 years now, right?
Yeah, they keep doing expansions. Like, it sounds like it's gotten like
It has
pretty
definitely
good.
gotten better, yeah.
You know, like I haven't played it really since launch,
New
and
Tesla? What is that? Up there. Oh, it's driving away. Tuscany?
I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's got like a bad matte paint job, though.
It
like,
does,
it's a,
that's really
like
good.
it just looks like a Mazda that someone made up their own logos for.
Yeah.
I think it might have been a...
That sounds Italian. Let's put that on there.
I don't think I've ever heard of a Tesla Tuscany.
It's not. It was not a Tesla.
Yeah, I don't
Was
think it's a
not?
Tesla.
I think Tuscany might actually be a
Car
make
brand.
car brand. Get me in front of a Forza game, I'll tell you. But...
Oh!
All right, I'm gonna shut this off and we're gonna go eat.
Bye.
We'll be back.
Bye, gamers.
Bye. See you later.
Is it just a cup?
No, he's a future pickup.
Kept trying to rescue him, and he would kill all the rescue teams that were coming to get him.
Okay.
So in order for him to repress all those memories, Prowl made him a cigar that unless he smoked it, he would lapse back into these horrible memories of killing his teammates. The comics are pretty good.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I listened. He transformed into a future card.
Yeah, fair enough.
He was also trapped for like 1,000 years in some dimension where they tried to suck his soul out. Anyway, so there's an RC.
Same.
There was a Springer, like 4 different Springers.
Oh,
come
right.
out, but I don't really like Springer.
Yeah, I don't like Springer either.
Anyway,
Yeah, who cares about
because it looks
Springer?
good next to Cup. And then there's an RC coming out that I pre-ordered. There's a new third-party hot rod. There's the Masterpiece hot rod I never really liked.
Okay. I think you could make a good hot rod.
Yeah, he's made a good hot rod. And so I have him ready to go. There's a third-party 6-shot, which I like 6-shot, the toy I had. So
Which one is
it changes from like a Puma.
He's a six changer. Okay.
The Decepticon one.
Did they ever do a good Astro Train?
No, that is one of the ones that is missing.
These are all drugs. You're just talking about drugs. That's all this is.
I'm trying to get some of that good Astro Train.
Hell yeah.
And there's a good Blitzwing, or there's a third-party Blitzwing coming out.
Is it like did they do like a good Cyclonus?
No, there is a Cyclonus. It's made by a company that I don't really buy from. He looks
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
So there's like different things, right? So it's like, do they look good on a shelf as robots? Do they look good on a shelf as their transform thing? Or are they fun to transform?
Yeah.
But there is a Cyclonus. He's okay. There's a great Galvatron that I own. And he's good. Basically, this company called Fan
I would want as like check out these sick robot forms.
Yeah.
It's like it's Shockwave, it's Soundwave,
Yeah.
like jazz.
There's a pretty good jazz. So there are a couple good Shockwaves, and there's the official Shockwave, which is pretty good from Takara.
Does it take batteries to make the noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the Takara total one does. I'm pretty sure it does. There's a third-party jazz, downbeat, I think is the one that's what they called it.
Okay.
That's what I have. Yeah, it's a jazz Shockwave. They look good on the shelf. I really like the official Ultra Magnus. I think he looks good.
Ultra Magnus, I can never get over the part where they just sold me a white Optimus Prime with some plastic shit to bolt on around him.
Yeah, it's true. But then in the movie, he just gets wrecked.
Yep. Yeah.
That's all right. And he can't open the dumb Matrix, and he's
He just
a
sucks.
soldier, man.
He just sucks.
And I kind of like that. But he was big, and I liked him as a toy. It misses that fire.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. They made a really good Sunstreaker, which is really cool looking. I have that. I just got that not too long ago. Probably one of my favorites is the Jetfire, Skyfire.
Yeah.
That they made. It's really big. I like it.
I never really liked the original stuff for that dude.
Like the Robotech.
Yeah, because it was always just like
He was cool as well.
it was so out of line with everything else that they were putting out. It was like, this is something else. I don't know. Well, it's not really aesthetically not what I'm looking for.
I was into it, but like looking back at the Transformers stuff, that whole thing is just a scam and a mess.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
The
Diaclone and all that. Yeah.
Buying up stuff and refurbishing it, trying to write a backstory.
I recently acquired the DVDs. It's one of those, like a lot of the cartoons of that era where they burn on demand and Amazon sells them. I bought GoBots.
Okay.
We were talking about unwatchable cartoons earlier.
Oh yeah.
GoBots it is in mask territory in terms
It is
of
top tier unwatchable.
So they started, some company, I think it was our company, started selling big masterpiece-ish.
big leader ones and
they're
shit, big
the-
cycles.
Yeah, so it's a big cycle, but they also have the Japanese version of those from a different series, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's Boats, so it's not all the GoBots.
Right.
It's whatever they were in the other series. But yeah, Cycle was always like a weird-looking, cool thing. With his weird round hands.
Yeah.
Skeleton face.
Cop Turb.
They were pretty bad.
Yeah, the GoBots are really terrible. Like it's a bad fucking show.
Even as a kid, I knew.
Yep. But like I had to know, so I got those for Christmas and sat down to watch them. And
You watched them all?
no, not yet. Maybe someday. But then suddenly I was like, what about Cops? The show Cops. Not the
Cops
show
and
Cops, but the cartoon.
Yeah, Cops and Crooks. So the
It was
figures,
COPS.
Yeah, so the figures were sold as Cops and Crooks,
Okay.
but the show was Cops.
Okay.
They were all super beefy, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
The figures were really good though because they were super they had way more points of articulation than most action figures of that era.
Oh, huh.
And they were big, like they were taller than most of them.
I remember liking that cartoon.
Yeah, I liked it when I was young and
Do you
dumb.
remember what it stood for? Because it's like
No,
acronym or something.
yeah, it was, but I don't remember what it stood for.
Citizens on Patrol.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say Mask is probably unwatchable. But I would
It is. It 100%
It's
is.
fucking crazy just how unwatchable it is.
It is.
That was
most unwatchable.
one of my first trips to New York ever. We went to a comic book shop in Manhattan, and they had like bootleg Mask DVDs, and I bought them. I was so psyched. And then we got back, and a few of us gathered around to watch them. And like 3 episodes in, was like, "Yo, this is the fucking worst shit I've ever seen."
Yeah, I think it was like you, me, Brendan, and Chris
Yeah.
were like watching those, and we were in like at some point Chris, like an episode and a half in, was like, "Fuck this," and walked out.
Yeah. Brendan wrote a book report and left it on the TV the following week. It was just like Mask, a book report by Brendan Age 12, and then you open it up and he had just written "Kill Me" over and over again for about 3 pages.
They brought them back in comics. I think they have a current. I don't know if they canceled it, but as of I think a year ago, they have it.
Well, aren't they part of the weird multiverse that they're trying to do with like Rom Space Knight and Transformers?
Yeah. G.I. Joe. All the IDW stuff.
The only good thing about Mask that holds up is it still has one of the best villain names of all time in Miles Mayhem.
Yeah, Miles Mayhem's good. And those toys are cool, I think.
I had a bunch of those.
At Boulder Hill.
I think I might have been Matt Tracker for Halloween when I was like 5.
All right. The Volcano van.
Yes.
The transformation was dumb because you just pushed the back bumper and then it popped in half and the turret popped out.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's the other detail I had completely forgotten before rewatching it was that Matt Tracker is maybe the worst dad in human history. Like he has that kid and he just completely neglects him and just lets the robot raise him.
he is like Goku level bad father.
Yeah.
Maybe worse, actually, now that you mention it. That kid was raised by that robot and Hondo McClane.
And that robot was an idiot.
That robot is a fucking idiot.
All systems go bots.
Yep.
Coming soon.
Uh-huh.
Do they have? Are there currently cartoons to sell like toys anymore? GGO still have a cartoon?
There's still Pokemon cartoons.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm never up early enough to see what's on Saturday morning TV anymore.
I think there are still like Sonic cartoons.
Probably.
That's the only reason that property still exists is because of that shit. So maybe it's become something more like that.
I know there are toys of every single cartoon in existence, but it doesn't quite feel exactly the same as the just money grab that some of those other cartoons were.
Oh, yeah.
And the production value is almost too good for this is a cartoon to sell toys.
If you're spending money on the cartoon and not the toys, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, it's not like Captain fucking Brave Star or,
Yeah.
or all that other bullshit.
Captain Planet. Abby, what did you watch growing up? What cartoons did you watch growing up?
Big Rugrats fan.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
You're a Nicktoons person?
Power. Yes, I was a big Nick kid. I also liked the Disney original movies. I don't know if they still do those, but I still have Smart House on DVD. This is the best movie ever. Because there's this kid, and all he wants to do is play basketball, but his mom is dead, so he has to take care of his household. So there's this shot early on in the movie where he's shooting hoops and he's wearing this sweatshirt, and you gotta make it clear he likes to play basketball. So he's holding a basketball. His sweatshirt just has a photo of a basketball on it. And it's truly my favorite thing in the world. Anyway,
Environmental
Smart House.
storytelling.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just a lot of it.
Rugrats got weird, didn't it?
They had all these spin-offs, when they were teens.
I think you're thinking of the Rugrats fan theories.
I thought they all got old at some point.
Yeah, they had an older version of it later on. I didn't really watch it. By then, I think I was too old for it anyway. But
Yeah.
also, I like the OG baby Rugrats. I love Rugrats, though. I watched that over and over.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that. I watched a lot of Doug when that was on.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Doug. I liked Wham. There's a lot of good Nick shows. I also loved all the Nick game shows, like Double Dare, Double Dare 2000. That one where you're on teams, and then Guts.
Yes, Guts. There was Guts. There was yeah, Nick Arcade. That was the one where they went to video games. By that I mean the green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you would have been the generation after, original Nickelodeon, where they just took all their programming from Canadian children's television.
Right.
So it's just all you can't do that on television and Pinwheel and all that other shit that
Turkey TV.
yeah, Eureka's Castle.
Today's special, they had a mannequin come to life.
Yep.
They had fun times in a department store.
I watched a lot of that show.
Talking mouse and a-
What was it called?
Today's Special.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the woman who worked there who was always wore the same jumpsuit, and then the guy and the mannequin who was always wearing a plaid sweater.
Yes. And then a puppet security guard and a mouse.
Yes.
Hijinks.
I tried watching a little UK Can't Do That on Television recently, and you know what? For a show of that age, it holds up okay.
Yep.
Because it's weirdly dark.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's laugh-in for kids.
It is. I mean, there's a recurring gag on that thing where one of the cast members is chained up in a firing squad and he is doing jokes to the fucking commandant who is about to kill him.
Yeah, he's like somewhat authoritarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go to
the
a
eye patch, right?
Yeah, they go to a diner and the cook is named Barth and like all the food is poison.
Yep.
Yeah.
That show was good.
It's a good show.
Show their opening theme song was an air raid siren, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Kind of like that cop horn, yeah.
Maybe that's why I like the cop horn so much. Makes me think of Moose. This person in chat here says today's special freaked me out in the best ways.
And then you learned that you have a fascination with inanimate objects that come to life, or what freaked you out
Where's
about
that go?
show?
Where's that go?
I think they still have the episodes online. Like, can I YouTube that kind of?
Yeah.
I found, not full episodes, but I found like large chunks of You Can't Do That on Television on YouTube, so I feel like some of the other stuff's probably on there too.
Yeah. You know what I'm disappointed is not enough on YouTube, and it's like not on streaming anywhere, which is sad. It's like Steve Brule.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Strangers with Candy. I wish those were both streaming.
There was a show, it was a spin-off from The State called Viva Variety,
I remember that.
and it is nowhere.
Like they did it for Comedy Central, it was on for like 2 seasons, and then
Yeah.
it just disappeared.
Yeah, and it's like, it never came out. I mean, obviously, like, The State was the priority to try to get that out on DVD
Yeah.
for a long time. And that took fucking forever and was not the thing you wanted it to be when they finally did it.
Yes.
But,
Because they had to take all the music out.
But Viva Variety never happened. And like, I'm pretty sure it's like, I mean, you know, maybe I just don't know the fucking right people, but I don't, like, by any means, I don't think
Yeah.
it's available.
The dark web anywhere.
Yeah, it's
Like somewhere Thomas Lennon just has like an old VHS set
Right,
that he
exactly,
just has
yeah.
around, but
all right, so there's a lot of rumors out there. I don't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not some insider
uh-huh.
about CBS and Viacom merging.
Uh-huh.
If that happened, then technically we would be part of the same company that made and probably still owns Viva Variety.
That's true.
So we can put a lot of back channel effort into making it happen.
I like that your priorities are in order when it comes to this stuff. You know, these are the things we need to be
See,
focusing
this
on.
is the same tactic I used that didn't work when Game Trailers became a part of Viacom, and talking to Shane and some other people, like, you realize you're part of the same company that owns Syphil and Ollie, right? And you have a responsibility.
to get it out
I remember
there.
talking to Jeff Castaneda when he went to
Yes.
MTV and be like, dude, fucking put this on something.
Where is Jeff Castaneda now?
He's at Samsung, I think.
Okay.
Wasn't CBS part of Viacom?
Yes,
Originally.
it's been a on again, off again ownership saga over the years, I think.
I want to say that the Redstone Empire still owns a stake in CBS.
Yes, yeah, National Amusements or whatever I think does. I actually don't know for sure, but yes. Syphil and Ollie eventually came out on iTunes.
Oh, did it?
And they took all the songs out of it, all the licensed songs. Yeah, so
I do like that all that MTV program is forever cursed by their lack of forethought.
right.
We've got all these music clearances. We never have to worry about this for the future. And that's why Beavis and Butthead will never come out in any meaningful way.
Tredick here says, the only thing I remember of Viva Variety is the guy who played a steel drum with his cock. See, that's more, that's the other thing is I remember nothing about Viva
Yeah.
Variety other than Johnny Blue Jeans.
I remember not liking it that much.
Yeah, I also remember not liking it that much, and that's only fueled me to want to
Yes,
see it
you need to
now.
know. Michael Ian Black was Johnny Blue Jeans, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Blue Jeans Russian?
Yes.
I think they were all
Yeah,
like
they
Eastern
were all
European.
playing.
Okay.
It was like a
I
variety
vaguely
show.
remember
have
Ben
a
Stiller
show.
show was like a 1 or 2 seasons. Bob Odenkirk was on it.
Andy Dick,
Yeah.
Janine Garofalo.
That was a show I definitely did not like when it was on.
Yeah.
Then going back to it now, like there's some really funny shit in there. But at the time, and I guess actually still, I just found Ben Stiller so fucking unlikable.
Yeah.
The idea that it was just like, here's Ben Stiller walking around while the Beastie Boys played in the background, talking to some celebrity between all the bits. I was just like, fuck this guy. But the, what do they even call it? But Bob Odenkirk playing Charles Manson, like advice columnist Charles Manson.
Right. Oh man, I
It's really fucking great.
did not
Ben
remember
Stiller
that.
show?
Yeah. But like so much of their stuff was just like weird, kind of shitty movie parody.
Yeah.
It's just like trading off this idea that they had that Ben Stiller was like a Tom Cruise-esque figure and thus could play Tom Cruise in these movie parodies. But no.
It was like a bit. That was like an Oliver Stone museum
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
People put sketch comedy on the air anymore.
Mad TV came back like relatively recently after being gone for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live's still on.
Like Key and Peele.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Key and Peele is 2 great seasons of television, 1 pretty good season of television, and 1 mostly terrible season of television.
I feel like I've only seen a handful of them.
The first 2 seasons are amazing.
Yeah, I was.
I've seen a ton of like really I
Yeah,
don't think I've ever been like, I'm gonna sit down and watch this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've had most of mine filtered for me already. And like the sketches were
Like someone's like, look
Yeah.
at this. And they'll be like, are you
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like YouTube feels like it kind of destroyed the sketch show in a way because it's just like watch this individual clip.
Yeah.
like fine? But I feel like even like drunk history is kind of like that, where they have like
Yeah.
very short segments.
Yep.
And like half the time it's like, hey, here's a YouTube of like.
Here's the one part you want to watch. Yeah. Oh, Kroll Show. I really liked Kroll Show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kroll show, Nick Kroll. I don't know, somewhere in Connecticut. I think we're in
The Bradley International Airport is here. Wherever we are.
We might be in the Hartford area.
Little tick, big problem. Lyme disease. No joke. Says that billboard.
Yeah.
I think in the end, like Kroll Show ended up being too many multi-part bits.
Right.
Just like here's the continuing adventures of like every single thing became a recurring thing. But I just think John Daly's hilarious, so
Fair.
he was on that a bunch.
I don't watch just a lot of new comedy TV. Like, there just hasn't been much that's.
I love Review, Forrest Whitaker. That is 80 Daily. I love Nathan For You. I feel like that's like the new comedy TV that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here for this.
I think I would love Nathan For You. It's just Sam won't watch it because I think it makes her too uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fair.
I kind of the street stunt stuff. Like it's kind of like my least favorite part of Eric Andre.
Right.
And then I haven't
The
watched a ton of
layers.
Nathan For You.
Yeah.
But like when I do watch it, like that's the part that holds me back from really getting way into it. Is like at some point it's just like this is.
There's layers to that show that are fascinating.
Which one,
Yeah.
Andre or Nathan? So Nathan, I usually am with you on the street sense stuff and on the uncomfortable bit, but I just find something clever about the actual idea that they come up with.
Right.
Yeah, like it's an awesome. It's probably like the best example of that. But
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, not always, but I feel like a lot of the time it's usually Nathan making, like, being an idiot himself. So you're kind of like laughing at him, being like, I'm
it's
gonna fully commit to
like
this
it's not like
idea
it's not
versus
sick
what's-
burns on the people
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Dunking on somebody's like dreams. Although sometimes you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are. When it's like the exorcism one, like, no way.
But there's an understated way to the way he dunks on people that I respect the hell out of.
Yes, and they like put themselves in that position to like whatever. Or even like that one episode where they get like the refund, or like gas refund, and it's just like a weird study of like, wow, look at these people like committing to this for the what, like $10 back or
I don't know
whatever.
if I saw that one.
It's so good. I think that's one of his best episodes. It's also this insane bit about drinking tea at the end.
I remember that. That's
Right,
one of the
yeah.
few things I have seen and the whole way through.
So I'd seen the pee drinking chunk of that episode separately from.
Yeah.
I think that might actually have been the first Nathan For You thing I saw. That was finally like, all right, I need to watch some of this.
Also, I watched his like finale special, which is basically like a movie, and that was insane.
Is he done with the show?
I think it's season 3. I think it's like season finale. It was so good.
But like if he ended the show on that note, it would be perfect. He doesn't need to do any more of it.
Was it one business opportunity?
It was like, so he has early on in one of the like first seasons, he has this Bill Gates impersonator, and he's like does a terrible job, like terrifying, but that's what makes it so charming. And then like for whatever reason, they kind of like stayed in touch. It's like this old dude, and then Nathan discovers that he like has a like long lost love that he wishes he kind of stayed in touch with. So Nathan's like, let's go find her, and it's like this whole journey about finding her. It's
like very out of the character
yeah,
for the show.
I mean, this is like
It goes in some
character.
directions.
Yeah, it's really good though.
I think one of my favorite ones that for some reason just really cracked me up was it was like a China shop next to the bar to get drunk people to come in and break everything. And because they made a you break it, you buy it policy. So they would just open up late at night and it was next to a bar and then offer pizza at the very back of the China shop. And then he went through and pulled everything off the shelf, so it just barely hanging on. And then like people just have hundreds of dollars in bills trying to get this assembly in.
So funny.
And I don't know, something about that really cracked me up. And like also, I don't know how much of it's staged or whatever.
Right,
It's hard
I
to
feel
tell.
like, yeah.
But I thought the idea was funny enough. Where like, oh, if this were a sketch comedy bit, I would also laugh at this.
Yes.
But have y'all seen Review?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
reviews.
I like
Incredible.
dropped off after the first couple seasons. I think I picked up too much, but man.
I think was there 3 seasons total?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That by the end of that thing, it's so fucking good. Andy Daly's got a podcast back out again. It's on
Is that just like pilot?
yeah, the pilot project. They did another season of those, but it's premium now.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that I haven't signed up to listen to it yet, but I will at some point because that first run of episodes, like, it's just fucking yeah, he's fucking amazing.
You know what other show I really like and need to get back into with Baskets?
So this season of Baskets was very, very good. It was much. I liked it a lot better than the last one.
Yeah, I started from the beginning and like I'm not caught up yet.
It's a very
It was so funny.
it's a very Christine heavy season, which I think works in its favor.
Yeah.
What
So that's the
what
shit.
is it? I don't know.
Zach Galifianakis, and he is like trying to be a clown.
He's like a failed middle-aged guy who like went to clown school in France, but
right,
like,
yes.
and he has a twin brother who like ran a career college and was just a colossal fuck up. And then yeah, like what's his name? Louis Anderson is the mom,
He does such a good job.
and he's incredible on that show.
Huh.
There's also like I think on the very first episode, there's this weird segment where like Zach Galifianakis and his mom are having like a tense conversation, and then she just starts drinking from this like I don't know, she's like got groceries and starts drinking from this thing, and just like keeps going and keeps going, and just kind of like coughs on it, and it's so funny. I can't describe it well, but it like killed me in a way I can't describe.
It's a performance that I didn't know Louis Anderson had in him, and like it is pretty incredible.
I always do. He had a cartoon.
He
Yep.
did.
Little Louis. Life of Louis? No.
Louis?
I think it was
Little Louis.
Yeah.
Louis World?
No, that's
Bobby.
Bobby's World.
Yeah.
Apparently, Life with Louis was the cartoon.
Okay.
What the fuck is Little Louis?
It might not even exist. We might have just made that up.
What?
You have Huey Lewis.
Right. Yeah.
Little Huey
I am
Lewis.
often thinking about Huey Lewis. LittleLouis.com appears to be a restaurant. Little Louis Cafe and Catering in Richmond, California.
I'm sure that's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
This factory over here on the right looks like some kind of RTS building or like factory you have to build in a game to do something.
Yes.
You need to zip line onto the roof and
Yes.
infiltrate. Yeah.
It looks like some Unity asset factory.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what Little Louis is. That's not a thing.
They have Little Lulu. She loved cartoon characters.
Yes. I think everyone
Right.
remembers.
Yes. Yep.
Forever.
Any questions from the chat?
Malrock here says Little Lulu was my jam when I was little. Her friend that always ate candy was just me.
That sounds fun.
I want to always eat candy.
Spooky Tape says John Candy's son is in a punk band called Choto Ghetto, and I liked them for a while without knowing it was John Candy's son.
Okay.
People mentioning a show called Camp Candy.
Yeah, Camp Candy.
I remember
John Candy.
candy.
Camp Candy. He ran a camp.
Okay.
They really kind of just give anyone a cartoon anytime they want it.
Well, that was, you know,
Wow.
the post, like, fucking Louis world where
Yeah.
suddenly every stand-up comic just got their own show about how fucking sad they are.
Yep.
Or I guess post Seinfeld, maybe that is.
Yeah.
But John Candy.
But prior to that, they got cartoons.
Yep.
Always
Makes sense. Not like, hey, I don't know, some fucking
dickbag on a golf course decided that like we could make some money on this Bill and Ted reboot.
Time for a reboot.
Right. Not like a Woodstock 2018 kind of way.
Right. Is there a Woodstock 2018?
It should be. We should do it.
Yeah, a reboot of the reboot.
Yeah, reboot.
Limp Bizkit headlines.
But this time, you're actually, it's so meta, you're making fun of the reboot of Woodstock.
Ah.
So you have like all these merch booths that are on fire.
And like you're buying mud from the merch booth to
Yes.
throw.
What was that, 2000?
99, 98, 99, 99.
99?
Oh wait, so there was two, because there was the 25th anniversary, which was the first one, and then I think they did a second one like 5 years later, and that was the one that was like a complete disaster.
That's why they never did another one?
Yeah, I think that's why they never did another one.
What was that thing they did on the island where the rich people went and it all burned
The
down?
Fire
Fire
Festival.
Festival.
That guy went to jail. Or
Wire fraud.
Yeah, wire fraud.
Oh, brother.
Seems like Ja Rule maybe got out unscathed though, which
As far as we know.
lock him up, let DMX out.
So in the Bill and Ted movie, the third one, would Keanu Reeves be back as...
Yeah. Like he's in these interviews, like super earnestly going, like, "Yeah, man, like it was fun. Like we should do it." And it's like this hopeful, cool thing. It's not some nihilistic fucking bullshit. Like the script idea is these two characters have gotten older. They have kids of their own, and they haven't written the song that saves the world yet.
Oh, I thought that is in the epilogue. Like Wild Stallions.
No, they just play God Gave Rock and Roll to you at the end of two.
Yeah.
Like
Then
that's
they
not.
show the newspaper thing that's like
But when did it happen? That's so the idea is like they are still destined to do it, and they haven't. And they're like, "What the fuck?"
that's not bad.
Shane Rufus can't be back.
Yeah.
That's
You do amazing things with computers.
yeah. That's the other thing though, is that like those two movies. I mean, look, Bogus Journey is not.
I
the
don't
greatest
like
movie,
Bogus Journey.
but they hold up because they're just earnest stupidity. Like there's nothing like dumb or offensive about them. They're just like it's just these two like dumbass guitar dudes that love fucking rock and history.
Yeah.
They love history.
They come to love it after the first one.
They just gotta do a public one.
Yeah, but you know they made like fucking Napoleon and
So crazy.
soccer. Yeah, Socrates and like they learn all about all kinds of shit.
I can't remember what is the what did they do with Bogus Journey?
They go to hell.
And then they go to heaven. And then they have to stop a guy. They have to stop the guy who's the bad guy in Lethal Weapon 2 from taking over the world.
By going to hell?
Well, no, he kills them, which is why they go to hell. And he replaces them with androids that look just like them. And then they play Battleship against Death, and that's when they go to heaven. And they bring the aliens back to Earth to create good Bill and Ted robots to defeat the bad ones. And then there's a battle of the bands, and Primus is playing there, and it's a whole thing.
Okay.
And then they beat the guy by giving him a wedgie. Or sorry, a Melvin.
No.
Bill and Ted 2 is no Wayne's World 2.
No, it is not. Wayne's World 2 is a better movie.
But I don't know if Wayne's World 1 is a Bill and Ted one.
No, Wayne's World 1 is better. The Wayne's World movies, I think,
Yeah.
are both better than Bill and Ted. I love Bill and Ted 1 a lot. It's a great movie, but I think the Wayne's World movies are better.
I think I may be at a point though where I don't need to see either Wayne's World movie ever again. But I think
don't
that's
know.
just because I saw them a lot,
Yeah.
and I could actually, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, I should watch Bill and Ted. Let's like, kind of give that a go.
Not everything in those Wayne's World movies still makes me laugh, but god damn it, every time Ed O'Neill is on camera in those movies, I still laugh.
Yep. Yeah, like parts of that movie definitely haven't aged well either.
Yeah.
But even then, it was kind of whatever. But
Mike Myers around anymore?
yeah, I think he kind of retired. He kind of stopped doing stuff
Just
for
goes
a
to
while.
Maple Leafs games now.
Yeah. There was an interview with him I read recently that was just like, yeah, got out.
Also, Kubrick starts doing like shitty movies.
Oh, he made some
He did, like,
really bad ones.
Gumshoe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the love,
I feel
yes.
like that was a lot of his songs.
Shrek, you know, there's a lot of it.
I mean, Shrek's masterpiece, but
Once you've got Shrek money, you don't need to do anything
Yeah, he
anymore.
probably made a lot of money on Shrek.
like still making money.
Yeah, right.
Apparently Mike Myers was on Jimmy Fallon last night. And apparently Shrek 5 is coming out in like 2019.
There you
What?
go.
Oh my god.
Listen, I need a new house.
Well, there's also like the Shrek craze, like that, like the ironic enjoyment. of
Yeah.
Shrek.
Wait, Shrek? You say Shrek 5?
Yeah,
Is there
they
a
did
fourth?
bunch of them.
There were,
Well,
like-
a lot of them went like straight to like
Yeah,
the
straight to
first
video.
First 2 or 3 were like these will be in theaters and be like real movies, and the first few of them started good, and then it was like, well, we can keep churning these out and put them on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. He hosted that new Gong show. Like they did when they brought the Gong show back. He hosted it fully in character.
Wow.
Like to the point where they did not advertise it as this is Mike Myers. It was like Terry whatever, and he was just the host of the new Gong show. And you watch it and you're like, oh, it's Mike Myers in a ton of makeup, kind of sounding just Austin Powers-esque enough in
Right.
a way that kind of ruins the bit. It was like a beautiful idea.
Yes.
Like I was like, yes, I love that Mike. Yes, I love his commitment to this fucking weird thing. That's amazing. But then you watch it and you're like, I love the Gong show. This is not what I'm looking for.
It was a talent show from the 70s where they would get celebrity judges, and if the talent was bad, they would bang a gong and they were immediately shuffled off stage.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then some of the acts were deliberately bad, like were there to just be shitty on purpose, and then some of it was just like weird talent things, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of like proto, like American Got Talent.
But if it was like hosted in that 70s like
Yeah.
match game style of everybody's drunk,
Yeah,
so no
like
one's really paying
everyone is
attention.
fucking fucked up in a way that like you watch it. Like I think it's still fun to watch now because you're just like these people look like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
Like it's more fun than like something like The Voice or wherever, where it's like we actually
Yeah.
want these people to be a star.
Yeah, yeah.
No, this is like a roast.
Right, like that's what I want.
Honest question: has anyone that's been on The Voice ever actually become famous?
I feel like The Voice is like nobody leaves The Voice better off.
Like all
I
those
feel
people.
like America's Got Talent has turned to like, wow, these people are actually like.
Yeah.
I feel like The Voice is probably just like it's where Kids Bop Kids go when they menudo out.
Right. And then like once they're on The Voice and they do well, like they can maybe get a job like on some Broadway production, and that's it.
Wow, you don't really think low of Broadway, eh?
I'm just saying, like every once in a while, I'll like look at a Broadway thing, and it's like a show that's been on for like 10 years or whatever, and so like this person from The Voice is 6 weeks only. Please come to this.
Yeah.
Also, no, I don't think very highly of Broadway. I don't like musical theater very much, so that's just me.
Yeah, I don't either. Also, Broadway has become very much like, we're just going to sell to tourists. Like, I don't think it's fun to sell.
What movie can we write some
yeah.
songs around?
Did we do Grease yet? We did Grease, right?
Yeah.
Let's do Grease again. I don't know.
Fuck it, we're doing Mean Girls.
Oh, I actually want to see Mean Girls.
I have never liked Mean Girls as much as a lot of other people have liked Mean Girls, and I realize that might be a personal feeling. That's fine, but
I always had a level of indifference about Mean Girls.
there,
Maybe I'll just start
it's possible.
Apparently, the current lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots came from The X Factor.
All right, I remember the X Factor.
That was one that Simon Cowell went to do after American Idol or something. I don't know.
During? Like, it might
I
have
don't
been like
know.
a split off thing? Yeah.
Like, this guy's hot. We got to get him on another show that's just like this one.
What's the difference between The Voice and American Idol?
The Voice is like, the judges aren't looking when they do it, I think. So they like turn around in these chairs. Whereas American Idol, it's also like, I think American Idol starts and you're just in a room with the judges. I mean, obviously there's like a ton of stuff on camera. But like, The Voice is on a stage. That's my understanding of it. And then America's Got Talent is like, you have the buzzer, they can buzz you in. Like, I don't want you, I do want you. And like, they can buzz you in the middle of your performance. And then there's like the gold buzzer where it's like, I'm gonna be like this person's manager basically and like hope they win this thing.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't watch any of their shows because I feel like they're all doing too much.
Yeah, I also don't care. Like, it seems so, like, manufactured in a way I'm very bored by.
Yeah.
I've just never been able to care about it like American Idol again. fucking minds.
I feel like the Gong Show had a little bit more of a vaudeville vibe to it.
Yeah.
People would come out and just be like, I'm gonna juggle.
I'm gonna swallow a snake and I'm gonna snort a snake up my nose and spit it out my mouth. And you're like, that's
Tap dance
fucking
while playing
crazy.
harmonica.
Yeah.
See that.
Yukon.
Big Bang Theory still around? Yeah.
I feel like we should know that.
I see the poster.
Yeah.
Sheldon, they have a spin-off.
Yeah.
Did they end Big Bang
I don't
Theory to
think they
start
have.
young Sheldon?
No, or they did not end it.
Oh, so I thought that was like some kind of like, man, our show's done. We got to find a new way to make that money.
Yeah.
What if this guy, when he was a kid?
As long as those actors are willing to be paid to do that material, that show will never end.
I feel like I've earnestly
Until
tried,
shame wins.
Yeah.
To watch that show on a plane and really just really had a hard time understanding what the draw was.
There aren't even jokes on that show. It's just America's Most Watched Network.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I've learned, I've understood that just CBS has a certain demographic and it appeals to that demographic, and I'm not that demographic.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm sure my family was watching it on Thanksgiving. I was like sleeping on the couch and I woke up to them watching fucking what's it called?
Big Bang
Bang Theory. I was like, oh.
It's like I go home and my mom is like watching NCIS and like she knows all the names of the characters, and I'm like, bless your heart.
At least in that there's some mystery, right? The procedural.
Yeah.
There's some murder she wrote.
Excitement.
I'd say there's a pretty big mystery around Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the mystery how is it so good?
Yep. How do they make such great television?
Yep.
How do they do it? Let me read this issue of Watch Magazine and figure out. Do you guys get the magazine?
We do.
Okay.
Wait, we do?
Well, it's on the tables.
The one that has LL Cool J on it?
Yeah.
No, that's the CNET magazine. I'm talking
No.
about the CBS magazine.
I thought we got the CBS magazine too.
I don't know. I feel like I see magazines and I'm like, whose are these?
We get them in our mail, like they drop one in everyone's mail folder.
Oh god, no, we don't get
Like,
that.
What?
We don't have a mail folder.
Yeah.
You just
We have
read
Eugene.
your stuff.
Eugene knows better than to hand out this magazine.
Maybe he's just throwing them away for us so we don't have to know.
Probably.
Matt Roy is obsessed with that magazine because they do stuff like, here's horoscopes, but then every single horoscope reading is like a tie-in to a different character from a different show.
Oh my god. That's
It's gonna go this way, just like so-and-so
Oh my
from
God.
this Thursdays. You know, like,
Is he writing them?
yeah.
I want to find the people who are writing those, and I want to know what their lives are like.
They're on Slack somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably just
You're gonna be very disappointed someday, like at the end of your day, searching it down. There's just a blinking blue LED attached to some computer that is spitting it out. Oh, yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Ask me anything.
it's people talking about young Sheldon in here.
Talk about us.
Is the young Sheldon good? That's my question for the chat. I've never seen it.
Saw my mom for lunch, and she was still trying to convince me to watch Young Sheldon because it's about a baby nerd growing up in Texas, and his dad is a football coach.
Real slice of life.
Yeah. DJ Spy Guy wants to know, would Abby go to Arby's again?
I would. I didn't love it.
What'd you get?
I got a French dip, which was pretty fun.
French dips are fun.
Yes, and then I tried my friend's just like regular old classic Arby's sandwich,
Uh-huh.
and I found it underwhelming. I like a good roast beef sandwich, but it was just like more lunch meat in a way I didn't love. And
Yeah.
also, I'm going to be very real with you. My tummy was not feeling great afterwards.
Okay.
But that could have been unrelated. I generally eat trash all the time, so
Yeah.
This was maybe the wrong kind of trash.
yeah.
I used to like to get a Big Montana, which was the biggest one of their basic ass roast beef sandwiches,
Yeah.
where there was like more meat than bread at that point.
Gross. I love it. Yeah, my friend was telling me that they had like it was like an everything sandwich, where it was like every kind of meat they had, they would put on it.
I remember seeing signs for that. I never, yeah.
Did you try the horsey sauce?
I think I tried whatever the Arby's sauce is.
Okay, the white stuff?
No, it was like
There's Arby's sauce and there's horsey
yeah,
sauce.
I
I
had
think there's
Arby's
separate.
sauce.
Okay.
I like Arby's, but I like they do like the beef and cheddar, which is like one of those, but with some cheese on it.
Yeah, my friend did that one too. I definitely it needed some cheese and like plenty of sauce. You know.
Yeah.
But I love fast food, and I think I would go elsewhere if I were to do fast food. And I had a choice.
I like the variety on an Arby's menu with the chicken, because they do the roast beef stuff, but there's also like a good chicken selection. Like they have mozzarella sticks, which I'm a
That's
fan.
Good. That's good. I'm sad I didn't get some mozzarella sticks. I love mozzarella sticks.
And their curly fries are
Yeah.
quite good.
You can't go wrong with fries.
Yeah.
What else do people want to know?
What are the dark questions?
Someone's saying to check out Due Process, which is a game that's at PAX. This is now the second conversation I've had about Due Process in the last 24 hours. So, no, I mean the game.
Okay,
not,
good.
Yeah.
All right. That was like a lawyer?
No, not with a lawyer this time.
DUE process, or is it something like
Yeah.
Computer Plus?
DOO, it's a poop game.
Game?
Yeah, it's a poop
Okay,
game.
the due process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going through that process right now.
Yeah. Someone saying Crusader Kings 2 is on sale. Oh, no, that is free on Steam.
Yes.
I didn't realize you do that shit that much, right?
I did.
Okay. Zarhaho says, I almost always get the Jamocha shake and curly fries, I assume at Arby's, because I have a death wish and want to be off this earth earlier than I ought to be. Now you're talking.
That'll get you there.
That's the fast food mentality. That's the mindset.
That'll get you to the finish line.
Jacob here says, I am still playing Wiz Khalifa's Weed Farm. Please help me. I don't know. Did you get the special G Pen upgrade when they ran that New York event last month? Because if you didn't play enough to get that, then you don't need help.
Did you get that?
No.
Does it cost money, the game?
No. I mean, it can.
It can.
It can cost you as much money as you have,
Oh, yeah?
if you want.
Monetization.
It can be your angel or your devil. Zero Self-Awareness in chat says, Bunny should check out Brave Earth if y'all get a chance. It's like a Castlevania 3 homage type game. And now I'm thinking that maybe he auto-corrected Vinny to Bunny.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
That's
Put
right now, buddy.
the Vinny down.
Buddy.
Put the Vinny back in the box. What's a fast food restaurant you would always choose over others?
McDonald's, Taco Bell, Whataburger.
Wendy's.
I love Whataburger. I miss Whataburger. Whataburger's my tops. That's mostly because I can never have.
Yeah, I think I had Whataburger once or twice in San Antonio. It was
Whataburger. I also miss Big Red Soda. It's like a Texas thing that I never had. I also miss Squirt, but that's more of like a West
can still find Squirt anywhere on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I love Squirt.
Yep, Squirt's amazing. You into like Ruby Red Squirt, or is it just like a...
Ooh, I've never had it.
Yeah.
Maybe now. I love regular Squirt. Have
Yeah.
you had Big Red Soda?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Have you had Cheerwine?
Yes.
Another good Southern drink.
People were talking about Cheerwine earlier when I was drinking that cherry Diet Coke.
Cheerwine's so good.
Drink some of that Kickapoo Joy Juice.
Yeah. I've heard people talk about Zaxby's. I think it's like a southern chain. Maybe like Atlanta area. What about Tahitian Treat? It's
It's a treat.
it's like a fruit punch.
I like sodas. I like the fizz.
Yeah.
I'm not big on just like sugary fizzy soda. You know what I mean? Gotta have that like.
Tahitian Treat is carbonated, so
I've tried it.
yeah, no, the definitely Tahitian Treat is thick as fuck, says K1 Down, and true, it is extremely thick.
Thick and delicious.
Yeah, it is thick, it is delicious, and carbonated.
It's doable. Science can do amazing
Yeah.
things.
That sounds awful, but I would try it.
All right, I've given you enough chances to get over.
I ate a lot of Wendy's growing up.
Oh yeah, love the square burger.
Yeah.
I think Wendy's has the best nuts. Got like a little bit of spice to it.
Yeah.
Like a little more flavorful. It's good.
I think I just want the classic form. I think I just want chicken McNuggets. You know?
I mean, if nuts are good, they don't taste like real nuggets. Like nuts are
They're their own
one
thing.
big nut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you want like solid nuts. Like,
Yeah, if you're just like, if you're out for some proper nuggets.
I mean, I definitely don't want liquidy nugs. That's not a thing I'm after.
No, you can't tug a liquid nug. Unless that's the name of a vape liquid, and then I guess you could take a pull of liquid nugs.
Yeah, I suppose.
Steak and Shake. I went to a Steak and Shake once and was not like super blown away.
It's
Like,
fine.
It's fine, but I felt the same way about In-N-Out when it finally got
don't
near
even think
us.
In-N-Out
It's
is
like,
I
fine.
like In-N-Out.
I think In-N-Out is bad.
Got that delicious buttery.
Oh, really?
Toasted bun. Yeah.
I like In-N-Out as well.
I just think their selection sucks. I think their fries are shit and they don't have anything else.
I like the fries, but the fries are very particular. Like it's not fast food fries.
It's like-
It's
I
like,
like Skittle fries.
I mean, I like Skittles.
Yeah, I do too. I like Five Guys as well.
I like Coke Five
Our guy's alright. They'll sell you a hot dog.
Yeah, I like Five
I like any place that just dumps fries into the bag
I know, it's
instead of
so
putting
fries.
container fries in the bag.
No, I think I'm just like down for a good burger place most of the time. Like I would eat a burger from basically anywhere.
I like Fat Burger a lot.
I haven't had it, but I've
Yep.
heard very good things.
They don't put an egg on your burger. That is part of their stock.
I love egg
Options,
burgers.
yeah.
They're the best burger.
Does E40 still own that one in the East Bay?
Probably. Him and Charles, former Raider.
Oh, Charles Woodson?
Yeah, I think the two of them went in on some Fat Burgers.
That is, okay. Yeah, it's good.
Five Guys is pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like a little bit above like regular fast food. Oh, we're in Massachusetts.
Yes, we are.
Is there any fast food place that y'all definitely would never eat? Maybe like
I mean, I wouldn't eat it again because it's been so long, but I don't like Popeyes.
Yeah. I like Popeyes. I will say KFC gives you diarrhea 100% of the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing, no matter what.
No matter what, it's like a
No matter what you order, like it's just like,
every single time.
I don't know if it still exists, but Long John Silver's poisoned me at least 4 different times.
I'm not into fish in a general sense.
Yeah.
And fast food fish is never.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't do fast food.
But they sell, I would get chicken planks, which was their chicken strips, and hush puppies, because they sold hush puppies. And that was a good time.
I also hate El Pollo Loco.
Oh, I like El Pollo.
El Pollo Loco, on top of poisoning me a couple of times, I just don't think the food is very good, and it used to drive me nuts because Glenn always wanted to eat there on fucking tour, and I just never wanted to go there.
Yeah. They opened an El Pollo Loco. They replaced one of the Burger Kings in Petaluma with an El Pollo Loco.
I mean, you don't need to.
No, you don't, especially on the same fucking street.
Yeah.
So, smart move. And they have all of the KFC sides. So you can get like a chicken burrito and then some macaroni and cheese and then some mashed potatoes and gravy. And it's a good setup.
I feel like I avoid places that are hot dog places, like a Bacon's or something.
Oh, I love these.
Jason's good.
Yeah, but just because I feel like a monster, because the hot dog isn't going to do it for me, so I need to get like 4 of them.
Yeah, fair.
And then I feel like
Yeah, like a hot dog is a thing you get at a gas station on your way somewhere
it's
to
right
eat
go
again.
eat, Yeah.
That's your pre-meal.
Yes.
I almost, when we stopped this morning at that gas station, I almost got a hot dog.
Right.
Dude, I love hot dogs.
Hot dog is a snack.
Yeah.
You know what place I really love is Boston Market.
Yeah.
I got really sick from a Boston Market.
Yeah.
I had to just
Oh, that
call it.
sucks. I
know.
hate that.
I liked it. I ate there a lot. I got sick.
There aren't many of them left, but there is one in Queens in my neighborhood.
There are a couple in the city too. There's like one on 23rd and 8th that I go to pretty regularly.
Nice turkey carver.
Yeah.
Ray's Papaya is a hot dog place, right?
Papaya dog, I think. Yeah, that's the
But
thing.
there are a bunch of different spin-offs of papaya dogs. There's like the original papaya dog and then a million that claim to be the original one. So Grace's papaya is probably.
Ray's original Papaya. You know what's pretty bad? Sbarro's.
Oh.
It's not good.
I used to love it when I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat at a mall all the
Yeah, I'm
time
gonna eat at a
for a little
mall.
suburbs. And then I moved to the city and I was like,
As
oh,
mall
real pizza.
as mall pizza goes,
It's fine.
it's okay.
It's edible.
Cool, I'll eat it at a mall, I'll eat it at the airport.
I ate there a lot because it was next to the arcade that was in our mall,
Yeah.
which is called Galaxy. But that's probably every arcade.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing with pizza is it can be really shitty and also eat it. Like, it's really, you gotta really fuck up pizza for me to be like, this is bad. You know what I mean?
I didn't like the school lunch pizza. Like everyone talked like, oh, and this day was pizza day. Yeah. Like the school lunch pizza we had, I always thought was just shitty.
That was like the only school lunch I ate.
It was very much ours was like Elio's style, like a thin rectangle.
Probably buy your pizza.
There's just too much good pizza in the world to waste your time on bad pizza.
Yeah, but like, you know, that's really bad.
Love the pizza you're with.
Yeah.
I feel like the only way somebody can mess up pizza is when they mess up the sauce real bad, or like overspice the sauce and stuff.
Yeah. These days, I feel like if I'm eating at a mall, I'm getting pretzels from somewhere. I'm getting pretzel bites.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not big on, well, if it's Auntie Anne's, hell yeah.
Yeah, like an Auntie Anne's or fuck's the other place?
I'm at a mall, I went to
Cinnabon's a lot.
I know.
It is.
I can eat one. I can eat, like, I don't eat a lot, but I can eat almost one sitting.
I was at a point in my life where I could eat 2 Cinnabons in a sitting. And I try not to live that life anymore.
Well, that's fair. It's not a recipe for a long life.
Right, Wetzel's pretzels. That place is alright.
I feel like you get like a cup full of like the pretzel doubles, right?
Yeah, and some cheese dipping sauce. Man, Road Dog here in the chat says Singapore has mashed potato dispensing machines.
Whoa.
Delicious stuff, free gravy too.
Out of the machine also, because I kind of want it to be like those soft serve ice cream machines.
Yeah.
I want to be the like home of mashed potatoes and
Just eat it like an ice cream cone.
I want a gravy fountain that I just put the cone in and spin it around.
John's. I never thought that pizza was great.
I
It's
like
not.
Papa John's because they were the first to do like the garlic dipping sauce. Then Domino's started doing that delicious garlic crust, and I'm all Domino's.
I like me some Domino's pizza.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I've ever had Papa John's.
We got it at E3 a couple of times because there was a Papa John's up the street from that fucking trash house we were renting.
Oh, well, it was all CPK at E3.
No, that was the one that was that was the one that was on Figueroa, kind of close to the convention center.
I don't think I've ever had Little Caesars.
I like Little Caesars.
I don't think I've ever had a Tombstone.
That was the only kind of frozen pizza I used to get when I was younger.
Little Caesars.
No, Red Baron. That was the one we mostly
Oh,
got.
man. Little Caesars is good if you like walking into a place and saying, "Give me a pizza," and then walking out. Like that's their distinguishing characteristic is if you need a pizza right motherfucking now.
No questions asked.
Yeah, they're like, "Here, we got pepperoni pizzas right fucking here, dog."
You know, in retrospect, it's kind of wild that a food brand was able to get as far as it did, branding itself after the thing that people put up when you die, Tombstone. Like, that's not an association you make with food you want to eat.
What do you want on your tombstone?
But when you think about tombstones, they're thick slabs. And so the pizza association is like, yeah, I want a fucking thick ass slab of pizza.
I don't want to eat a grave.
Like I
Eat this corpse.
For me, there's some association with Little Caesars during some Super Bowl advertising the Tombstone thing as me being wowed by it because it was like a 24-inch pizza or something huge, big tray.
Yeah.
And like a young lady being like, that's amazing.
I'm trying to remember the name of the gigantic pizza. There was one that they did because Little Caesars used to have like the carrier that held two pizzas, the long one. And then I think at some point they said, what if we just made one pizza that was a fat oval
Really?
that just went in the same carrier?
I thought their big pizza was called the Tombstone. Was that not Little Caesars?
No, Tombstone is like a frozen pizza brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bigfoot was the Pizza Hut Big Pizza. I think, yeah, there were a few companies that I think got into the
Big pizza.
big pizza game.
Man, I wish I had been around owning a pizza place for the big pizza wars.
Big original Vinny's.
Yes, I would have had some things to say. I would have loved that.
The New Yorker. That was the other gigantic pizza. I think that might have been Domino's. I forget who had the New Yorker. Has anyone had Papa Gino's?
I think I might have.
I think I-
There was one across from my school in high school.
Yeah, I think I remember eating at a Papa Gino's a couple of times.
I think I've eaten at a Pizza Hut 5 times, and each time was because I really wanted the Land of the Lost characters that they were giving me.
yeah.
Land Before Time.
Yeah.
The dinosaur movies. And they had like puppets or something.
I think Land of the Lost was also a dinosaur thing, so that makes it even more
But
confusing.
Land Before Time was talking dinosaurs. Land of the Lost were the people who went through the waterfall.
Yeah,
and-
right.
Yeah. The Pizza Hut in town was the place that was the one pizza place that had a decent arcade.
Oh,
So I went there a lot. When I was in high school, that was where I would go to play Mortal Kombat and then not go back to school after lunch.
I don't think I ever skipped a class in high school that wasn't just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think
As soon as I got a driver's license and like a healthy disrespect for the education system, and I learned that they got paid based on student attendance, I got it in my head that's like, no, fuck them. They don't deserve the money that I. Yeah, that's.
That's crazy.
So I realized that I hated my Spanish class, and my 6th period teacher was a dick. So how about I just stop going back?
I think for me, I was like, where do I go if I skip class? I didn't skip
Anywhere.
college, though. So I was like, dude, I want to sleep.
I would just go home a lot because my parents were at work.
I'd go home during lunches because I lived directly across the street from my high school. That was nice.
taking my GED, I remember I was skipping class a lot, and then they tried to up the ante on me by giving me a lot of in-house suspension, so I started skipping that too.
Yeah, that's always the most baffling punishment. Is like, oh, you didn't go to school? Well,
Now you're coming to school.
now
but you
you
can't go to
got to
school.
stay longer at this school you're not going to.
Okay, well,
Like,
what if I don't go to that either?
Yeah, what are you gonna do, fuckers?
There was a Mortal Kombat machine at the place where we all got lunch. I think it was called Valerie's. And I opted to spend my money on Primal Rage. But in that game, I bet Forza.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Do you still know how to
No.
which two buttons you need to hold down and jerk the joystick around to make the dinosaur jump in the air?
No. Mortal Kombat machine was also very crowded.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a Time Killers machine there too.
Dodge City had a Time Killers machine. I know, because that's the only place I've ever been that had a Time Killers machine.
I like the concept of that game. Chop the arm off.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
You should do Time Killers on that show of yours where you talk about fighting games.
We don't want to start the show with a showstopper.
I know. Well, you're a few episodes deep. I mean,
Yeah.
you can build up to it now.
Have you done Pit Fighter?
Pit Fighter's not a fighting game. Pit Fighter's a brawler.
Hey, listen, anything's a fighting game if you try hard.
Yeah.
There are health bars and throw punches.
But even in two-player mode, it's two players fighting the AI.
Can you never fight somebody else?
I think there are maybe bonus stages where you...
Oh, really?
I mean, I think you can hit the other player, but you don't...
Huh. Karate champ?
Not yet.
Okay. Is this court?
No, it's Deftones.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
So recognize that underwater guitar sound.
Korn doesn't offend me the way some of those other bands maybe would. It's a strong musical legacy there.
A rich history of porn.
Yes.
I think this is from the only Deftones album I had. This is the one with that squeegee on it, right?
Yeah, the white cover.
What is it?
The white cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first record.
Adrenaline?
Adrenaline.
Good album.
Yes.
I feel like Deftones fans never got the level of scorn that Limp Bizkit or Korn fans received.
They were a better band in general. Like, just musically, they were much more talented than a lot of those other new metal bands.
Yeah.
They never got like rap rock, right?
I mean, they did some rap rock-ish songs, yeah. Like, they were definitely mixed up in that scene, whether they wanted to be or not.
I've definitely played some Deftones songs on my guitar. And I've also played chords on it. But I did not have second string.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't play it on bass, because you would just have to, like, leave the strings, like, dangling off the bass.
This is maybe one of the meanest things I've ever seen anyone write.
All right?
Malrock here says, I can't think of Vinny without thinking of Papa Roach.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
look. I don't like Papa Roach that much, but they're not the worst thing in the world.
Papa Roach that cut my life into pieces.
Yes.
I mean, he could have said POD. That would be.
They're not trapped, for God's sakes. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Could have said edema.
Yeah.
I mean, I often think of those lyrics when I'm reading the internet and stuff as the, as it goes. Is that my last resort? That's the, this is my last
Yeah. Last resort
Yeah.
is the "Cut My Life into Pieces" song.
Someone here wanting to know if you're about to defend Drowning Pool next.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Trying to say drowning pool?
Yeah.
Drowning Pool.
They're the bodies hit the floor band.
Oh. Pavement?
Yes.
What song did they have?
They had a few. I don't know. Like they weren't one of these bands.
Cut your hair.
Yeah.
Cut your hair. Pavement song.
Yeah.
Some of these bands are starting to remind me of, for some reason, I think custom playlists I made on Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Can't think about it.
What do you think about the band Bush? Asks Soup Whoop.
They sure are a band.
I think Bush is bad.
Yeah.
I like the Bush.
I had that first album on cassette tape at one point.
Do you want to get high? Is that the Bush song? Hey, do you want to get high?
That's
Like this Grace and the Thousand Dollars?
No, that's Cracker.
Yes.
I was about to say Camper Van Beethoven, but no, Cracker.
No, Bush had Machine Head. They had Everything Said.
Swallow. Is that
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Gavin Rossdale,
Okay.
lead singer of Bush.
Got a Bush in that, right?
Bush sucks.
Yeah, Bush is not a good band.
I'm barking your dog on the CD.
I think yes.
Glycerin. That's a Bush song.
Yes, it is. But it's pronounced glycerine.
Glycerine. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like Everclear. It's a Glenn
That's a
related
great
thing.
Yeah.
Because of how much Everclear that dude listened to.
We sure did listen to a lot.
I had a lot of Everclear forced on me.
Yeah. You don't want that in your life.
Everclear had that one song I really liked.
Santa Monica.
No. Got the slower one.
I Will Buy You a New Life. Glycerine.
Netball.
Adidas.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Freak on a Leash.
Inagata Devita.
Break stuff. Somebody here says, remember Dead Sea?
No. What? No. What?
Is that a band?
What is that? I don't know.
Yeah, something about the names that's familiar, but
Dead Sea.
Dead Sea.
I just, if that was fake, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Ugh, Fear Factory. Godsmack. And yes, Creed. Yeah, Creed is bad.
Well, that's a given.
There's not really much to say about that. It's well-worn territory. Monster Magnet I think just put an album out.
I think that's true. And Monster Magnet is actually okay.
Yeah.
Everything in that song, What It's Like.
Nope, that's Sublime. Nope, that's Everlast.
That's
Everlast.
Yes.
That's what I was
You're thinking of What I
Okay,
Got,
very
which
Yeah.
is the Sublime song.
Right.
Very easy for me to say. Okay. Not Everclear.
Thinking of Whitey Ford.
I think I am.
Uncle Cracker?
No. Eric. The guy from House of Pain, Eric. Coca Nostra. G. Vallow says, Dead Sea was a shitty band fronted by the son of Cher and Greg Allman. They did a terrible cover of Tom Sawyer.
Boy, that just sounds like a huge combination of things I want no part of.
Yeah. Static X, Power Man 5000. Just like, this is a list of bands in this chat now that just bum me out. Jars of Clay,
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Cracker,
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I remember Dope. They were bad. Fucking, Seven Dust. Filter. Hey Man, Nice Shot is an alright song.
Yeah, that song's okay. They did was that them on that version of Triple Like I Do, the Crystal Method song that had the version with lyrics?
I think that was them.
I think the other version is better, but that
Yeah.
you could listen to that
Yeah.
that version.
Insofar as you would ever want to listen to Crystal Method in this day and age, yes.
I just can't even tell if people mean it anymore because this person just said Seven Dust is very good.
I remember kind of liking one Seven Dust album, but I could not tell you what the rest of their output
Yeah.
sounded like.
Dustbuster saying Vitamin C. Vitamin C's just good. She's just good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That graduation song.
Yeah, and the single on CD.
Speaking of songs from that era, I saw recently that Steal My Sunshine is coming to Rock Band this week.
Wow, they're still bringing things to Rock Band.
They are. They're still putting out like 2 songs a week.
You know, that's not a song I want to like do any instrument parts on though.
But sing it.
Like when SingStar had it, that was enough.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one sentence to say about Local H is Local H had that one song.
I liked Local H. They were alright.
Hey, that one song,
They had a couple.
Bound for the Floor. Was that the name of the album? No, that was the
But
name
there
of
was
the
a
song.
song, and it might have been also the name of an album.
Yeah.
Where's Fountains of Wayne at? What are those dudes up to?
Fuck. I'll look it up, I guess. Okay, the Wikipedia page is written in the past tense.
Yeah, alright. I wasn't expecting a whole lot there.
They formed in 95. Stacy's mom came out in 2003. Apparently they broke up in 2013.
Okay. That's a good run.
Where's third base at?
Pete Nice runs a alternative baseball museum in Cooperstown. It's not the official one, but Pete Nice has his. That is 100% true.
Me making that up.
And
But
Nancy
also, of course, he knows that.
and Search kind of became an elder statesman-esque figure
yeah?
in a lot of hip hop stuff. Like he produced a lot of stuff. Like he kind of put Nas on, you know, in a way. And like he owns some publishing. I suspect MC Search has done quite well for himself.
Stayed in the business.
I think he's there's a paragraph on the Wikipedia page for Fountains of Wayne that says future plans.
Okay.
As of 2016, the band has no plans to record new material. Neither Schlesinger or Collingwood has ruled out a future reunion, but both see the possibility as remote, with Collingwood saying in reference to the experience recording their last album, I try to never say never, but it's staggering to think of everything that would have to happen for me to want to repeat that experience.
Wow. Well, the dream is dead. Fair enough.
talk about the presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah, they're fine.
I agree.
They're a good band.
We did fun kids albums. Presidents of the United States.
I feel like all their albums are kind of kids'
You're right.
albums.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
And then they did that project with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yes, what was that called?
Subset.
Right. It was just them, but Sir Mix-a-Lot was the front vocalist.
Yeah.
Digital Underground ever do anything else?
They were still touring for a long time. I don't know if they still are, but
Yeah, I mean, they kind of were a collective in a way.
Oh, just like
So,
come and go.
yeah, but Shock G was always kind of the crux of it. And Humpty Hump. I mean, the two
Yes.
of them together,
Yes.
of course.
very distinct personalities.
Humpty was in Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, yes.
Cemented his-
Yeah, his legacy. I think Shock G got arrested for weed possession a few years ago.
Abe Wright.
No. Let's look here. Apparently, Shock G plays multiple characters.
What?
MC Blowfish, Icy Michael Boston, The Computer Woman, Butterfly, Peanut Hakeem, among others.
Yes.
That's all the ones listed here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like kind of the last digital underground thing. It's been a while.
Nothing But Trouble. That was it.
Yeah. No, that was right at the peak. I mean, they peaked early. Like the first album was the widest received. Yeah, Sex Package with the widest received one. And then Nothing But Trouble came out at the same time. They put out an EP
Right.
called This Is an EP Release that had that song with Tupac on it. Same song. Which I think is the song they performed in the movie.
Yes. I think it was also their last kind of hit.
Yeah.
Weird part in that. It's a weird part. Weird.
It's a weird movie.
That is a thing that probably never should have happened on any level.
Nope.
Sometimes I think I know that movie exists now because other people have confirmed it. But on and off, not sure if it was.
Right.
Feels like a fever
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah. Jimmy Moore, Jimmy Chase.
Dan
Dan
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd
in
and Roll to
multiple
Surprise
roles.
You. I kind of checked out a Digital Underground around 91, 93. But they put out 3 more albums after that.
Oh wow.
And I mean, the album that was coming out in 91, like their second full-length album, was Sons of the P. It had some stuff on it that I liked, but was not. Nothing would reach the heights of the Humpty Dance
Oh, right.
or Freaks of the Industry. Yeah, Chemical Super Freaks of the Industry.
Away.
Young MC never really had much after that first album anyway.
Was all that stuff on his first album?
Yeah. And that was produced by it was like a Delicious Flame. It was like the same people that were doing Tone Loc's album. So it was like,
It's
like,
two good collections of some good singles.
yeah. And like, that was the Dust Brothers who did Paul's Boutique.
Oh wow. It's a good
And-
production. Good beats.
Yeah. This person here says, I think Alex likes ska.
I do.
Yeah. I like ska.
I don't. I have zero shame around that.
What?
They mixed in a lot of other stuff, but like they started out very much as a California ska band.
When they got popular, their first like hyper popular album, they ditched their horn section. So it's like them kind of getting out of it a little bit.
It's
No, terrible.
I don't know. They're just like weird art.
No, like that wave of ska around No Doubt's popularity, there were definitely like fewer bands with horns and stuff. No. Sure. It's like it's an upstroke. It's an up tempo kind of like
Yeah, it's more
upstroke, like reggae style
It's a
upstroke.
specific kind of rhythm that
Yeah.
sort of underpins everything.
Knock on wood.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like singing it wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have to play it for you or something.
I mean, I can do that on my phone. Just not plug it in. Just play it out of the speaker.
You've heard like Madness, right? Like English beat. Yeah. Our house in the middle of the street. I think I did. In the middle of the street. So Madness
That's
is a
ska.
ska band.
Yeah, that's ska.
Yeah, I think anything you go like, yep.
Anything you could shout, pick it up over and over again
Yep,
too.
yep.
Like the Red Band song, pick it up. Also a ska song.
All clear.
Sami Zayn, the wrestler, is a ska-themed wrestler.
Yes. Well, he's more of a ska-themed human that
Yeah.
also wrestles.
Yes. Plum's Forge here says The Offspring has ska songs, they have rap songs, they do it all, man.
Yeah, no, they're the Uber band. They
That's
just do
right.
everything.
They're basically like U2 for a new generation, you know. Man, I fucking hate U2.
You too.
Yeah.
Like all of you too, the whole crowd.
Like I have come to hate all of it in retrospect.
wow, really?
Even the stuff at the time I was like, whatever. Like, nope. That's part of it. That's part of it. I was doing some iTunes account management stuff with I gave my wife my old iPad when I got this one, and she logged into her account that hadn't been used in years and years, and like the music library came up and it was that fucking album, and I was mad all over again. Like, you motherfuckers.
didn't like
It's true.
Grateful Dead?
I dislike the Grateful
Really?
Dead. Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think that's like a minority opinion. There are lots of people who hate the Grateful Dead.
Aw, but like the Grateful Dead's not hurting anybody. They're just out there playing 7 minutes of songs, man.
Yeah.
They're just like the bears.
Yeah, it's bears and skeletons.
They're like fish, right?
They just want you to
Yes.
keep on trucking.
They're a very jammy kind of band.
They just want everybody to have a
Is
good
it like
time.
the culture of it? Like why people hate Rick and Morty?
Yeah, Rick and Morty and Grateful Dead, like pretty
Yeah.
much. I hate both of them for somewhat similar reasons, actually.
I don't think anybody's ever been like, you just don't understand the scientific principles of Grateful Dead.
Well, no, they do, but it's very much like you just don't understand the notes they're not playing, man.
Yeah, if they don't use a scientific argument, instead it's just like, no, man, this is fucking what they stretch it. It's fucking orgasmic, man. When they get like 17 minutes in, it really gets fucking good.
Hard as a rock.
They're a jam band.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are jam bands.
That is my point.
It's also missing a finger. That's cool.
What?
Jerry Garcia was missing a finger.
Which one?
One of his ring fingers.
Wow, weird.
Like from birth, or it got torn off.
It got cut off. I
Okay.
want to say,
Shop accident or something.
I don't remember exactly, but whatever it was, he lost it.
Whatever. My dad was missing a finger.
Wow.
Fuck Jerry Garcia.
Is your dad Jerry Garcia?
No.
Okay.
He shared the same birthday with Jerry Garcia.
God damn it.
That's how dads work.
Anyway, I think I had the same birthday as Randy Orton.
Randy Orton?
Yeah, I think.
I don't remember what birthday you share. I do remember it's the same birthday as Double Dare 2000.
Oh.
Like the same year,
It
Dave?
premiered on my birthday.
Oh, that's a
Not
good
on the
kid.
day I was born, I think, like the year I think was different.
I have the same birthday as MTV.
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
Not the same year, but yeah.
Oh, that's the same year?
Yeah.
When did it start? Like 82?
Something like that, yeah.
It was 82 or 83.
Randy Orton related question here. Do you hear voices in your head?
It's just one voice.
Is it Randy Orton's voice?
I think it's just impression.
Okay. So Randy Orton's voice.
I don't know. He seems like he's happy enough. He's still RKOing people out of nowhere. That seems to give him some satisfaction.
Boss Johnson wants to know, do you shit in people's gym bag on your birthday?
No. That's just mean. No.
All right.
Is that a reference?
Randy Orton has
Orton's a
done
bad
that to
person.
people. Yeah, Randy Orton's an asshole.
What a goof.
He went AWOL from the Marines, and then they tried to have him star in a movie called The Marine, and then they had to replace him on account
We
of
talked
they
about
can't do
this.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to prison for that game?
I think he did some jail time.
Okay. My dad had a friend who didn't want to be in the Navy anymore, so he wanted to be discharged for like health reasons.
Mhm.
He kept having people sneak him in junk food, so he like gained a ton of weight.
Ah.
Did it work?
Yes, but now he's also still very heavy.
Worked too well.
Yeah, it worked too well.
Andres wants to know, what's your favorite 311 song?
Oh man, there's just so many to choose from.
What about that one about Amber?
You mean the color of my energy?
Yeah, the color of your energy.
Just amber. Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Oh, weird.
What is the color of your energy?
Amber.
It's
Okay.
down, right? It's
Sort of a puce.
I feel like if you had to pick a 311 song as, like, Down is the first choice.
Yeah, it's also
It's the obvious choice.
Yeah,
Not
the
to say
only
it's a
choice.
good song, but
Yeah.
if I have to pick a favorite thing of a thing I don't like very much,
it's over in less than 3 minutes.
yeah,
So
Down is a short song. It's got that going for it.
I didn't mind the first 311 release. Plus, who does the Iron Butterfly song?
Iron Butterfly.
Never mind Iron Butterfly.
Oh, you mean Crazy Town?
Crazy Town.
Butterfly.
Butterfly. Sugar, baby.
Yeah. Crazy Town?
Yeah.
Crazy
They were at
Town.
the same time?
Yeah, in a general sense.
Crazy Town came like a little later.
Because they were that much better.
Yeah. Really refined the formula.
Shifty Shell Shock.
Wow.
Okay, now name the other guy in Crazy Town.
It was that dude who, it was that DJ AM guy when he passed away, right?
Well, no, I think that was the DJ.
Oh, he's the DJ. The other guy, fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, all right. That's
Trevor.
yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Trevor from Crazy Town. You're watching Spring Break. See, it sounds right.
Yeah.
No one will ever know.
Is MTV still
It is still a network.
pumping stuff out?
Sure.
I mean, I don't think they really play much music these days, but
It's a lot of reality TV.
What is it?
Letting teams off.
there's a Jersey Shore reunion show they're doing.
Oh, MTV was Jersey Shore?
Yes.
Which one was The Miz on? Is he showing up for reunions for that?
It was one of the Real Worlds. I don't remember which one exactly. I thought it was the New Orleans one, but some people were saying it was the New York reunion cast, or like the second New York cast. So I don't know.
I don't know. I watched the first year of The Real World and a little bit of the San Francisco one, and never watched it ever again.
I watched-
I might mean MTV.
Yeah.
You watched Reagan so bad.
No.
Two back in. They got you back.
No.
No. All right.
Which one was Puck? Is that San Francisco?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the last one I watched.
I know because I've had friends that have run into Puck at various bars over the years,
Cool.
and at least two of those stories end with him getting into a fight with someone.
I imagine, like, being Puck must be
Exhausting.
exhausting, especially the further he got away from being, like,
Fight messenger.
or just like the further you got away from, like, there being anyone who was positive about meeting Puck.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure at this point, yeah, if someone, I can bet if you're Puck and you're at a bar now or anytime in the last 10 years and someone recognizes you, you're like, shit, I
Yeah.
have to get in a fucking fight now. Because the only one coming up to Puck in a bar is someone going, you're that fucking bike messenger from that thing, fuck you.
Why did you
And the cartoonist, you keep up with that guy? Because fuck him too.
They had nice houses. Didn't they make them start working at some point?
Yes, they eventually gave them jobs.
Maybe I did watch another one.
This is not enough that you provide hours of, televised entertainment for people. You've got to fucking work on top of that.
Step it up.
Gotta make the reality more real. Are they bringing back Jersey Shore? Is that what it was? Or was it a reunion?
I think it's just a reunion season. I don't know if they're doing a
Reunion season. Imagine that idea of, well, yeah, I guess I'll come back to do this thing. 20 years, 10 years, whatever the fuck it's on.
Absolutely none of those people are too good to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, I think Vinny from Making Plus that used to be very funny and nice and like does not ever want to talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's understandable.
It's coming back for the reunion.
It's money.
This is starting to look like Boston.
Yeah, we're kind of in it now.
Says here, apparently they've already signed on to do a second season of the Jersey Shore reunion.
Great. The first one hasn't even aired yet, has it?
I have no idea.
just started seeing the billboards for it in the subway.
Hi, Boston.
Yep, you're still that city, all right.
What's all this? Part of the Big Dig?
That's where I used to be.
Right here?
Meaning the Big Dig ended some years back.
Big Dig will never end.
Yeah, the bigger dig. We're getting it on.
Here, this is all the waste from the Big Dig. It's just a bunch of rocks.
I think the Big Dig had like just ended when I first moved to Boston.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like a tramp stamp project?
Yeah, they spent way too much money on what it ended up actually doing.
Although it's beautiful now.
Yeah.
And functional?
Yeah, totally.
Except the Silver Line, which apparently had a partial zone collapse.
That seems like it will make PAX a nightmare this year.
Yeah, it's the only public transit line that goes over to that convention center.
Like a tunnel caved in?
No, like so a bunch of concrete fell down in a tunnel.
Oh.
So the whole thing, like the tunnel is still there.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
that they have to check it now and make sure it's like structurally safe.
And I used to take the bus to Boston every few months when I worked in New York. And it always goes this route. A memory.
Did you take the Funghua?
I took the Bolt bus for a long
Okay.
time until people were like, don't do that bus.
They
It
catch
lights
on
on
fire.
fire. It's dangerous. Don't do it. Then I started doing like mega bus or whatever.
Well, then the Funghua was like, I don't know, they were like skirting all sorts of different regulations over the years.
That the Bolt buses were like reskinned versions of one of those scary
Yeah.
London buses. It was so cheap. I didn't have to go to fucking Hudson Yards to get on it. But
I believe the prevailing theory was that the Funghua bus was run by Chinese triads.
cool.
It says here, someone says, I think the Silver Line's running again as of this morning.
Okay, that's good.
So maybe they cleared it.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't so bad.
No one got hurt, right?
No, I don't think so.
Next year they're shutting the L down for all like the construction in New York for like 5 years or something.
It's gonna be a long one, yeah.
Is that a meaningful train? Is that like a big one?
That's
Like-
the main artery for Brooklyn to Manhattan.
They were like Williamsburg, basically.
Yeah.
Like the trendy, expensive part of Brooklyn.
Right.
So they're gonna have to go like deep into Brooklyn, like south of Manhattan, and up, or take a shuttle bus, which I'm sure won't be fun.
And for all the places that are like, we're close to the L. Like, uh-oh.
Right. Maybe L's kind of annoying.
It's not a good line.
How long is it gonna be under construction?
I think it's like 2 years or something.
Yeah, they have a lot of retrofitting to do because the last hurricane like really fucked that one up.
Now's the time to buy a
Williamsburg?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm tempted. It's like, I was at my friend's house in Williamsburg, and it takes like no time to
On the L?
Yeah.
Oh, they're maybe saying here that the Silver Line is all buses for a while, maybe.
Silver Line buses,
I don't know.
So
like
there's
a bus with a little like electric line.
yeah, it's a bus on a track,
Oh,
sort of like the Muni.
Yeah. Okay.
Silver Line. Does the Silver Line go out from Harvard Square too then? It does.
I think it does, and it's one of the only ones that goes to the airport.
Yes, I would definitely take it to the airport.
It's definitely the thing, like the first thing I notice being back in Boston every time is like, yo, these buildings look old.
Yeah.
Like there's just nothing this old on the West Coast.
I kind of love that.
Wait, that they're.
Well, I
it's
kind of
newer?
love how old everything is. Like, I don't really care about history, but I do think there's something really exciting about being in places like, wow, this is so historic.
Like New York has that as well, and sometimes some of the stuff bums me out when you see this beautiful old building that's a CVS.
Well,
Right.
for sure.
Hmm.
Like, or even like the Empire State Building, like a Chipotle in Starbucks.
Well, there's like where is it? Over in Hell's Kitchen, there's that church that has sort of been turned into like a storefront.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
that
like a
stuff.
gym or something.
Yeah.
Is this part of the Big Dig?
Like it was a lot of above ground highways.
brick. Like you don't see brick buildings
You
out,
can't.
out west.
Yeah.
The
Earthquakes.
Yeah. It was the weird thing about going to Reno. I spent some time walking around residential Reno because, you know, it's how it goes. And it was a lot of brick. And to me, in my head, it registered as like, why does Reno look so much like the East Coast? Like, I drove here. But yeah, I guess once you get away from the earthquakes,
Yeah.
people build with brick.
It's a quality building material.
The brick. So say the pigs.
I think they still, like, as a vestigial thing, hate credit cards, but
Yeah.
they take them.
Begrudgingly. So we'll just say it's broken.
Yeah, I think regulations finally caught up enough to be like, you can't pretend your machines are broken all the time.
Every single character.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it broke. I accidentally smashed it with this. It's this beer bottle that I emptied by drinking.
That I'm smashing it with right now.
Yeah.
So this isn't water above us, right? It's just
No.
I think it's like, yeah.
This guy's other car is a TARDIS.
TARDISes aren't cars.
It's his other ride. He rides in that.
Alright, this traffic's slow enough that I think I can drag this guy out of this car and punch him a few times if you want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. And I'm not going to wait here while you do it either.
Oh,
but-
come on. Alright, I'll steal his Versa then.
All right.
you know Doctor Who drives a Versa, did you?
His name's not Doctor Who.
The doc.
It's the doc. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
The Doctor Who?
God damn it.
Doctor Who cares?
Ah!
Whoa.
Finally, a statement I can get behind.
Do you guys think there will be enough Doctor Who cosplayers at PAX this year?
There's,
What? Like, it's enough
I'm
in
worried
general?
that there's going to be a shortage.
I don't think I've seen a lot of
I don't think I've seen one.
I'm not going to say I've never seen one, but I don't
Go to
remember.
Comic-Con.
The bigger question is, are we done with Utilicans?
Never.
Are we past Utilicans? I'm going to say I think we are.
Have you ever worn a silicone?
No, but I'm not saying I was.
Every time I think about buying one as a goof, and then you realize they're way more expensive than
Like $80 or something.
yeah, like they're priced out of goof range. My personal goof range. Apparently, there's a Doctor Who board game at PAX, so maybe someone there
ready.
is dressed up with.
Get hype.
He's got a screwdriver, right?
Is everybody else in this car?
Driver and a scarf.
All hate Doctor Who?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Doctor Who's alright.
Look how the fart goes. Good job. We're going to South Station. Oh, we are. Also not to dox us.
Yeah.
See internet.
I think that's our hotel right there. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I put in an address and
Rosier J.O.?
Now you really
Yes.
are talking.
I know, but that name.
it's a name.
I'll be there. Handling some business.
Yeah, look up and make sure that's our hotel.
Where would that have come in an email from, like, the company travel thing?
Yes.
That on my
Yes, it would have.
All right.
This is a traffic nightmare.
This is a very Queens traffic pattern.
Yeah.
That person's just going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are gonna let me in, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you want to step to me? Want to step into your fucking Ford Taurus? Try me.
Yes.
I get aggressive when I drive in Boston because
That is
everyone
the
in this city fucking
Yes.
sucks ass at driving.
This is the place.
Okay.
want to roll down my window too?
No, I like to yell silently to myself so that no one pulls me out of my car and murders me.
Yeah, like that guy in the Versa almost caught one.
Yeah.
You know, so you know people in this town are on edge.
Man, those things are hard to take off.
All right. I'm going to shut this off
All right, let's do it.
because we're here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out.
See y'all at
Sorry, I
PAX.
doxed us.
We got it. We did car things. We'll be at PAX, I guess.
Yeah.
Doing PAX thing.